Life never stops moving. Between the 30-minute commutes, daycare pickups, and that weekend trip to Grandma's, you're racking up the miles. What you need is a tire that can keep up, like the exceptionally long-lasting Michelin Defender tire. With an 80,000-mile warranty and the safety you expect, you can lose track of the miles and focus on what really matters, the memories made along the way. Stop in today at 2220 Main in Woodward to see your local Michelin dealer, Pipe Lanes Tire.
Oklahoma DRS helps job seekers with disabilities become taxpayers.
Their whole thing is to help people with disabilities go back to work.
They knew that I would be successful if I did not give up.
They have given me the power and confidence to face any challenge.
I'm just glad that, DRS was there. Empower yourself. Talk to DRS Vocational Rehabilitation
or Services for the Blind today.
OKDRS.gov. 800-487-4042.
My dad, he's a double amputee, and he's one of my favorite people in the world. To me, a hero is someone who fights for our country and freedom. My dad is a hero. Homes for Our Troops built this house, and it's basically made for him. My dad can get through the wide doorways. When he is making our lunch, he can reach anything we need. He'll help me build tiny projects. Life is good here. Without Homes for Our Troops, we'd be living in a home that didn't have all these features that helped him.
Homes for Our Troops builds and donates specially adapted custom homes nationwide for severely injured post-9/11 veterans and enables them to rebuild their lives.
If they get a new house like this one, it'll help them do normal life. My dad's not just a hero, he's my hero.
Join our mission at hfotusa.org.
Welcome back, Boomer Fieldhouse. Dakota Wagner, Tyler Riggs on Z92, and I believe now live on Boomer TV as we get set for the Duncan Lady Demons take on the Woodward Boomers to begin a senior night here as Boomers and Demons closing their regular seasons. Dakota, we mentioned, of course, Duncan 17-4 on the season, coming off that loss to Elk City Tuesday night. They are led by head coach Grant Givens, familiar name if you've paid attention to Boomer basketball over the last few years. He was, a couple years ago, the head coach at Weatherford, came over to Duncan, was an assistant for a season, then moved up into the head coaching role. They have really been a very formidable team this season, led by a trio of talent, as we saw on Friday night. Amaya Williams, 22 points in that game. The junior forward just really pushed the pace for Lady Demons the entire night on steals, turnovers, and even after a made shot, Duncan would be looking to push. She led that charge. Araya Harris, a tough defender. She had 14 points, and not only had the 14 points, but again, that defense was stifling whenever they needed somebody to come up with a big defensive play. Harris was one that was able to get it done. And then Deja Givens, Coach Givens' daughter, 13 points on the night. She's one of those, a good facilitator at the guard spot. Could definitely go for more points if she wants to, but really has no problem facilitating and kind of leading the show, and did a great job of that Friday night against the Boomers. Woodward in that game kind of had a win run. We had discussed it with Coach Godwin, where it was their first game without Riley Douglas-Fisher. They had a week to kind of see what they had, but you could tell there were still things that they were looking to adjust on and work on in that game. Since then, a few more games under their belts, and it seems that they're a bit more comfortable now without Riley. Not that you can fully replace her, but definitely the team a little bit clearer on what's got to happen in that game. Boomers had 34 points, combining for 28 of the 34 was Lexi Mendel, Riley Moore. Mendel was 16, Moore with 12. They really showed up on the road, but everybody else just couldn't find their looks. That was a game where Woodward had some chances early in the game, but couldn't quite get them to fall, led to that gap. And Dakota tonight, after Woodward seen Duncan really press him and push the tempo, expect that to kind of improve tonight if you're the Boomers, be able to handle that a bit better.
Oh, yeah. You're familiar with this team, just playing them a week ago, so hopefully you can, pick up on some of those things that you had that you missed, and maybe get the opportunity to do better in those tonight. For the Boomers, they're wanting to come out strong and put on a big performance, but despite the loss of Briley Douglas Fisher, they're going to be fighting for that extra strength on the bench, so they're going to have to push a little bit harder. And, you know, with this crowd and everyone filling in, I think it's going to be a good test for Duncan.
Yeah, you mentioned the crowd honor 4 seniors tonight for the Boomer girls, and Lily Luckett, Jocelyn Treese, Alexis Sabara, and Riley Moore, the seniors. Again, that will take place between the boys and the girls game, and we will carry that on Z92 and Boomer TV. With that said, let's step aside for a final break, and on the other side, we'll get you set for the starting layups, opening tip-off, and the national anthem all heading your way. Boomer basketball on Z92.
People investing in people. That's what they're all about at Great Plains Bank, because life isn't a transaction, it's a journey. And on that journey, we're greater together. Great Plains Bank has locations in your local area because they're here to serve you. Great Plains Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. When you want the best pricing and no gimmicks on office supplies, furniture, electronics, and gifts, do yourself a favor. Stop by Divine Stationery and Radio Shack in Woodward at 2121 Oklahoma Avenue or call 580-256-7040. Serving Northwest Oklahoma since 1939.
We need each other, now more than ever. Because every someone needs someone else.
We need each other, because when we work together, we can do so much more.
When we work together, we connect more children with what they need to grow up healthy, educated, and safe. And that's what Child Fund is all about.
Together, we co-create, support, and sustain connections that lead to greater well-being for millions of children facing poverty.
Which also benefits their families, their communities, their countries, and you.
Because when you make someone's world better, you make everyone's world better.
Child Fund. Because we need each other.
To learn how Child Fund works with children in 24 countries to achieve their full potential, visit childfund.org. That's childfund.org.
1 in 4 Americans have a disability. I'm one of them. I'm also a working mom who cares deeply about making sure every child with a disability thrives by getting their access needs met. We've got a trusted ally by our side. Easter Seals provides children and families the foundation for lifelong success through early learning programs, skills training, and prep for college and career. That's my Easter Seals. Make it yours. Join us at easterseals.com.
Back at Boomer Fieldhouse as we are about ready for the Woodward Boomers to take on the Duncan Lady Demons. Before we get rolling, let's thank our great sponsors with Z92, High Plains Tire, Gold sponsor of the Boomer Coaches Show, Top Cat Formal Wear and Accessories, Divine Stationery, Klein Mechanical, Northwest Glass, Great Plains National Bank, R5 Custom Embroidery, and Long Shots Bar and Grill. Looks like the Woodward Choir will be singing our national anthem. Let me turn it over to Mr. Troy Hartley.
Before our national anthem, we will recognize a moment of silence so that they may choose to meditate, pray, or engage in other silent activities. Please be respectful of others during this moment of silence. And now, if you're able, please remain standing, face the American flag, as our Woodward High School Choir performs our beloved national anthem.
And there's where your starting lineups for both squads. For Duncan, it was Amia Williams, Deja Givens, Araya Harris, Addie Cease, and Hannah Woods. For the Boomers, Jocelyn Treese, Lily Luckett, Lexi Mendel, Riley Moore, and the senior, Alexis Ibarra, drawn to the start tonight. So all the seniors starting for the Boomers, as well as Lexi Mendel. Boomers wearing the home white uniforms, Duncan in the road red. Boomers going right to left in this first half. Duncan going left to right, 8 minutes on the clock. It's Williams against Riley Moore for the tip as the officials making sure everybody's set. One final time. 8 minutes are on the clock. Good packed house here at Boomer Fieldhouse. Ball in the air, and we are underway as the tip is won and controlled by the Lady Demons of Duncan. On the right wing, Woods takes the pass. Zips inside to Cease. Cease turns and fires below the free throw line. That rims out. Rebound collected by Alexis Ibarra. Hands off to Jocelyn Treese. Boomers push back the other way. Treese over to Luckett, right side on the wing. Or excuse me, Mendel. Mendel trying to drive, loses the handle going to the paint. And it's a turnover out of bounds back to Duncan. As Kaylee Mills comes in for Alexis Ibarra after her rebound. Senior getting the start tonight with her other seniors. As Duncan pushes back the other way. On the right wing, Givens takes the pass, guarded tightly by Luckett. Givens drives by her, jumps into the paint for the shot. She's fouled on the way up. And Riley Moore gets tagged for the foul. Givens heading to the free throw line for 2 shots. First for Riley Moore, first for either team in the ball game. Just 30 seconds by in this first quarter. Still scoreless. Givens looking to change that. First free throw drops in. So Duncan takes the 1-0 lead. Givens, as we mentioned, had 13 last time out against the Boomers. Second free throw on the way. That's off the side of the rim. Rebound scooped up by Riley Moore. She'll feed ahead to Mendel, then up to Treese on the right side. Finds Moore top of the key. Moore has some space, flips it back to Mendel. They work back to Treese in the corner. She launches the 3. That's off the mark as it bounces off the rim. Rebound underneath by Riley Moore, who gets the second chance. So the Boomers answer back. They take a 2-1 lead. First minute gone by. Steal on the other end as Moore comes up with the steal on Williams and tried to pass it up to her teammate and was fouled on the loose ball.
They're going to get Williams on that one.
That they do. Her first for Duncan. Boy, if you get Williams in foul trouble early, that might be a blessing for the Boomers. As they have possession, working right to left. Jocelyn Treese walks it up to the timeline, zips it to Luckett left side. Swing it right wing to Mendel. She goes free throw line to Moore. Moore with some contact, but collects it. Tries to feed back to Mendel. Almost loses it as the pass was batted, and now rolls off her foot as she got the batted pass, but couldn't control it. Turnover for the Boomers. So Duncan takes it back. 6:45 remaining in first quarter. Boomers do lead 2-1, but the Lady Demons with possession as Givens sends it to Cease in the right quarter. Up to the left wing, Williams. Williams sees a double team driving to the paint, gets the floater off. It rolls off the right side, collected by Riley Moore, and the Boomers on the miss. Hands up to Treese. Treese across the timeline. Slows the pace, sets the offense, goes right wing to Mendel, zips it over left wing to Luckett on the long pass. She has to come to it. Gets in, they swing it back to Mendel on the right side. And a zone R Duncan early as guarded tightly by Harris is Mendel. Now the count's on. She needs some help, has to find somebody. Zips up to Treese at the Woodward W. 2-1, Boomers on top, working the possession. Mills takes on the left baseline, looking for space, drives, puts off the glass. It's too strong, rims out. Rebound collected by her. She finds Luckett on the backside. Luckett fouled on the way up, and she heads to the free throw line.
See who they get.
Couple Lady Demons in the air for the potential foul, and they do get Hannah Woods, her first, team second for the Lady Demons. So they look at the line for 2 free throws. First one catches the right side of the rim, goes out the left. So a miss on the first attempt, looking to extend the lead to 3-1. 6 minutes remaining first quarter. Couple dribbles, dips and shoots it. That one rows around and pops out. Rebound collected by Harris for Lady Demons. She feeds ahead to Woods. Woods collects on the left wing, thought about the 3. Instead, they work it to Williams. Right side for the 3 on the way. That's too strong, rims out. Rebound collect on the backside by Givens for Lady Demons. She's on the baseline double team. Somehow finds Woods. Woods on the left block. Kicks right wing. Harris will look at the 3, take it. It's too strong off the side of the iron. Rebound fought for. The Boomers come up with it as Luckett collects it from Givens, who tried to save it. Push it ahead to Mendel. Mendel on the backside finds Mills underneath the paint. She gets bodied up and loses, Woods, Cease with the backside defense. Duncan the other way. Cease gets it left corner for three. That's off the front of the rim, too strong. Picked up on the backside by Treese. The Boomers get the possession back, still leading 2-1. 5:15 remaining first quarter. Luckett on the high right wing. Finds Mendel. Top key guarded tightly by Williams. Feeds left side to Treese. Treese again sees Williams come at her. Tries to go baseline to Moore. Her pass batted away by Givens as the Boomers keep possession.
Yeah, I will say for as much trouble as the Boomers are having getting into the paint, they're doing a good job offensively rebounding defensively rebounding the ball and transitioning the offense.
And that's very important to get those rebounds. It's Treese beneath the left block, goes into Mills. Mills poked at, stolen away by Harris. Harris with two Boomers on her the other way. Riley Moore catches her and pokes the ball away out of bounds. Duncan keeps possession, but Moore stops the breakaway.
That was a good transition.
As it's Williams inbounding beneath the left block for the Lady Demons. In the corner, she goes to Givens, launches the three. That's short off the side of the rim. Long rebound goes into the stands. It's back to the Boomers with 4:55 remaining first quarter.
Got to give credit to Kaylee Mills, really jumping in the face there and trying to get a good contest on that, and I think she did.
So the Boomers take it back, leading 2-1. It's been a slow-moving first couple minutes. As Treese goes across timeline to Luckett left side, zips it right wing to Mendel. Free throw line to Moore, trying to drive, poked that, stolen away by Givens. Givens racing ahead for Lady Demons. 3-on-2, stops on the right block, puts up the shot, odd angle off the glass and goes in. So Givens with the first field goal for Duncan. She's got all 3 points. Lady Demons lead 3-2 now, trying to apply some pressure as the Boomers break it ahead to Lily Luckett, high left side. Top key, they work it to Medell, set the offense. Goes right wing to Treese. Treese trying to find space on the baseline. Finds it open. Riley Moore on the double team underneath for the shot.
It's a good find. Good find.
Yes, sir. As Riley Moore with all 4 points for the Boomers. They swing it left side. It's a travel for Duncan.
Got a couple substitutions here.
Do have a couple substitutions for Duncan, as we will see.
I believe Meg Walker.
And Kinnery Holthouse, excuse me. The other one for the Lady Demons. So Boomers take it back, leading 4-3, 4 minutes even left in the first quarter. As Treese feeds left wing to Medell, goes cross court to Luckett. That pass picked off and stolen away by the Lady Demons. Driving ahead down to the left baseline is Albin. Albin tries to work inside, they do, and the bucket taken by Cease. Her first.
Mendel is all over that one, but Cease somehow gets the basket to go.
She's tough inside. On the right wing, Luckett takes the pass, tries to zip it to Moore on the elbow. That's batted initially. Boomers collect with Mills on the baseline. Mills goes cross court, left wing to Treese in the corner to Mendel. On the baseline to Moore, trying to get out to Treese. That pass batted again, stolen away by Harris. 2-on-1 the other way. Her and Cease, Treese back to guard. Cease in transition, off the glass and in. So Addie Cease with 4, and Duncan opens a 7-4 lead. With 3:13 remaining first quarter. Another pass stolen away. Cease picks this one off. Her and Harris back and forth. A little floater, and it falls in for Cease. She's got 3 straight buckets. It's 9-4. Duncan on top, and a timeout taken by Coach Moore and Woodward. We'll step aside with them. You're listening on Boomer Basketball, or to Boomer Basketball on Z92 and Boomer TV.
The next disaster is coming. The time to get ready is now. Make a plan. Choose meetup locations and keep a contact list. Build a kit with food and water. Don't forget your pets. Keep extra medicine on hand. Make copies of key documents and keep them somewhere safe. Stay informed, learn about local hazards, and sign up for alerts. Be ready. Learn more at americares.org/send-us-in.
Out of the timeout, Boomers trail 9-4 to the Lady Demons after a quick burst. A few turnovers by Woodward result in some easy baskets the other way. Duncan on an 8-2 run in the last 3 minutes, 6-0 in the last minute. As Woodward has possession, Jocelyn Treese walks it up to the timeline, goes high right wing to Luckett. Luckett attacks, zips it in the corner to Mills. Mills trying to find a cut to Moore. She's double teamed, back to Mills on the baseline, powering up on the right block. It's short off the side of the rim. Rebound scooped up by Cease underneath. Lady Demons push in transition. Cease all the way into the paint for the layup. It doesn't go, but she is fouled.
They're going to get Jocelyn Treese, I believe.
And they do get Treese. You are correct. Her first, second team foul. 2:47 remaining first quarter. Duncan looking to push the lead to 7. as first free throw cease falls in.
Have another substitution here as Williams will be checking back in, and she is going to take out, I believe, Givens.
Givens, yep. So Cease with 7 straight points for Duncan, looking for number 8, and she gets as the free throw splashes through. 11-4, Lady Demons on top, 2:45 in the first quarter. Treese across the timeline for the Boomers, working the right to left, hands off to Luckett, right side. Luckett guarded tightly by Holthouse, has to get it to Treese. Treese trying to find Mendel on the backside left block, and the pass too strong. They say last tipped by Duncan. So Boomers keep possession. Luckett inbounds near side, near the corner. Throws it in the middle, in the corner, guarded tightly by Harris. Goes top of the key to Treese. Treese looking to set the offense, has the dribble, not using it yet, guarded by Holthouse. Right wing to Mendel. Goes cross court, back to Treese, open for the 3. She'll take it, and rounds in. Jocelyn Treese with the big answer for the Boomers. Her first basket, 11-7. They still trail by 4. Williams, the other way, gets down to the right block, loses it, it's on the ground. She's triple teamed, and a jump ball called, possession arrow to the Boomers.
It's a good defensive effort.
Did exactly what you needed to do on Williams, just surround her in the paint. As Treese walking back the other way for the Boomers. 2 minutes in the first quarter remaining. They trail 11-7. Treese guarded tightly by Holthouse as soon as she gets to the timeline. Finds Luckett left side, back to Treese. Picks up her dribble, gives it to Luckett in the corner. Dumps it down to Moore on the block to Mills in the paint. Mills about double, triple teamed. I think another jump ball it is. Possession arrow goes to Duncan. And Boomers got to watch out for that. Duncan is collapsing in the paint. As Michelle Barr steps in for Kaylee Mills. Sees her first action tonight. Also, you got Givens checking back in as well as Woods. They take out Cease and Harris for the Lady Demons. As it'll be Woods cross timeline to Williams. The elbow Albin. Albin trying to drive. Her shot defended by a Barr. It's no good. A loose ball foul the other way. As Barr collected the rebound, got fouled.
That's what you like to see, Michelle Barr getting in there. Just a couple minutes, and she's already making a defensive effort.
Albin picks up her first, third of the quarter for Duncan. Boomers the other way, breaking the press. Mendel top the key, trying to go inside to to Barra, and just floats it over her head, out of bounds, back to Duncan. So, right idea, just couldn't execute it. Duncan back with the possession up, set 11-7 with a minute 20 in the first quarter. Williams sends it left wing to Givens, down inside to Woods. Her shot too strong off the backboard, collected by a Barra. The Boomers take it back. Feeds up to Treese, to Mendel left wing. Mendel slows the pace a bit, sets up the offense, looking to pass, goes cross court right side to Luckett. Luckett nearly double team, goes baseline to Moore. Moore trying to drive, she gets tripped up, loses the handle, and it's a turnover as Duncan collects. Woods sends up to Williams. Williams down the right side, now has to angle back out, guarded by Treese. Sends it in the corner to Givens beside her. Givens again guarded by Treese, goes up top to Woods. Swing it to Holthouse, now left wing to Williams, turns, drives into the paint, puts up the wild runner. It's too strong, gets her rebound, that's wayward as well. Fight for it underneath, jump ball, possession arrow, keeps it with Duncan.
It's good defensive effort there for the rebound.
It actually should be the Boomer ball, because yeah, there it is, okay, because they hadn't flipped it from last time. So Woodward actually takes the possession with 39 seconds remaining in the quarter, trailing 11-7. Duncan with the three-quarters press. This pass goes into Treese to Moore behind the timeline. Now they get across high right side to Mendel. Mendel sees the double team coming, so his dribble goes baseline to Barra. Barra trying to find Moore. It's batted, and they say it's out of bounds off the Boomers. Unfortunate. Turnover with 28 seconds remaining in the quarter. Still 11-7. Duncan on top. They've got it. As Williams across timeline for the Lady Demons. High right wing to Woods. Guarded tightly by Luckett. She has pick up the dribble. Sends it to Holthouse left wing. Back up to Woods. They work it right elbow to Givens, who kicks it over to an open Holthouse for a shove of a 3. That rattles in. Holthouse with her first basket makes it a 7-point advantage, 14-7. Boomers with 5 the other way. Treese double teams, finds Mendel with 2. She's got to put up the shot. She does it, and that's the end of the first quarter. Woodward trails after 1, 14-7 to the Duncan Lady Demons. We'll step aside for a break. Come back for the second quarter. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92 and Boomer TV.
You tackle an endless to-do list every day. It may seem like a thankless job, but you know better. It's the little things that matter most. That's why you'll appreciate the enduring value of the Michelin Defender tire. Designed for doers like you, Michelin's longest-lasting tire keeps you on the go longer, so you have one less thing to worry about on your next road trip. Stop in today for miles of uncompromised safety and performance. Visit your local Michelin dealer, High Plains Tire, at 2220 Main in Woodward.
You control which statistic you become. We all know making changes can be hard, but even small changes can help prevent you from being one of the 3 in 5 Oklahomans who die from chronic diseases like heart disease and cancer. Start small by adding in daily exercise and balancing your diet. Avoid tobacco, and most importantly, visit your healthcare provider for regular checkups. You can help build a healthier, stronger Oklahoma. Talk to your healthcare provider, and for more tips, visit oklahoma.gov/health.
Boomer Fieldhouse to go to Wagner and Tyler Riggs as we set for the second quarter. Duncan on top of Woodward, 14-7 after the first frame. Lady Demons do have the possession, working left to right to begin the quarter. Top of key, Harris swings it to Woods, left wing. In the paint, they find Williams open, goes up and under for the layup. It's off the glass and good. An and one for Amia Williams as well. She heads to the free throw line to start the second quarter. Her first basket of the ball game. They tag Michelle Barr, her first. So 16-7 Duncan on top, could make it 10 with the Williams made free throw. It's short off the front of the rim. Rebound fought for, gets tipped down to Harris. She puts up the second effort. It's blocked, and then underneath, fighting for it. They say out of bounds off the Boomers on the loose ball. So Duncan turns the free throws in, or free throw I should say, into a second chance. As Williams beneath the left block sends out to Harris in the corner. Cross court, right wing to Woods, back left corner to Williams. Thinks about the three now, she'll take it. It's wayward off the glass, rebound skied for by Woods. Duncan again controlling the possession, and a travel though on the drive by Cease. So the Boomers get it back, but they trail 16-7. As Treese takes the inbounds, slow dribble, now jogs across the timeline, sends it to Luckett, high left wing, and they say Luckett traveled, trying to come get the ball and turn. So it's Boomers answer a forced turnover with the turnover. It's on the inbounds. Williams takes it from Woods. Williams across the timeline, left side to Williams. Guarded tightly by Treese. Sends it cross court right side to Harris. Harris trying to drive. Shot wild. Bounces around, goes out. Eventually collected by Mendel. Mendel sends it ahead to Treese. Treese right side working with it. She's guarded tightly by Harris. Needs some help. Counts on. Dumps it down to Moore in the paint. Moore with the open look. It's too strong off the glass. Rebound collected by Duncan, but a miscommunication in the fast break results in a turnover. Boomers get it right back despite the miss. 6:53 remaining in first half. Woodward trails Duncan 16-7, looking to cut into the 9-point deficit as Treese takes the inbounds, top of the key. Right side to Mendel. Mendel looking to drive, gets in the paint through a double team. Shot off the glass, too strong. Rebound scooped up by Givens. Duncan pushes ahead as she goes to Harris. Left block, Harris cut off by Moore. Has kick behind her to Woods. Woods rolls around the top, gets in the paint, but feeds out to Givens. Givens, top of key drive, splashes off the glass. So Givens on the drive, comes up with the bucket for Duncan. And she's got 5 points. Lady Demons on top, 18-7. Boomers the other way on the right wing. Treese trying to find Moore on the elbow. That's batted away, stolen. Harris comes up with it for Duncan yet again. Feeds left corner to Cease, pumps the three, and then gets stopped by Mendel. Goes cross court to Givens on the right side. Givens takes the long three, banks it off the glass, and rims out. Boomers collect the rebound. As Moore feeds ahead to Mendel. On the right side, Mendel trying to find a bar on the baseline. Does. Barr trying to power it up, and she's fouled by Cease. 5:59 remaining in the half. Boomers trail 18-7. Michelle Barra to the line for 2 shots. 33, foul on 33 as Cease picks up her first. For the Lady Demons, first of the quarter as well. Free throw, splashes home for a Barra. Her first point tonight. Boomers cut it back to a 10-point deficit. Can cut it to single on the made free throw. Barra pops out the second free throw, and Harris scoops up the rebound for Duncan. Harris tries to feed ahead to Woods, and read the pass was Riley Moore. Almost stole it, but knocked it out of bounds into the Boomer bench.
Good defensive effort.
As Woods inbounds in front of the Boomer bench to Williams, top of the key, guarded tightly by Mendel. Has to pick up the dribble and hand back behind her to Woods. Back to Williams, right side to Givens, top of the key, 5:40 remaining first half. Givens feeds to Williams again, right side. Boomers playing tight defense on her, as Mendel giving her no space. Goes up to Woods, back to Williams, still trying to find a lane at the paint. This time takes it, puts it off the back iron. It just leaks out. Rebound collected by Riley Moore for the Boomers. Feeds ahead to Treese, left side to Mendel on the wing. Mendel rolls around the top, right wing to Luckett. Luckett looking to pass, trying to find more. That pass batted away by Williams, who's backside defense. Steal away from Duncan, into the paint. Williams on the drive, coast to coast, goes up for the shot. It's short, but she's fouled. So Mia Williams to the line for 2 free throws for the Lady Demons. They get Lexi Mendel her first, team second of the quarter. Williams at the line for the first free throw. It splashes home. She's got 3 as Kaylee Mills comes in for Lily Luckett for Woodward. 18-8. Duncan on top. Should be 19-8. As the second free throw short off the front of the rim. Mills collects the rebound. Boomers push ahead. Treese down the right side on the wing, has to get cut off by Harris. Tries to cross her over, but instead feeds left wing to Mendel. Mendel trying to go baseline to Mills. Passes bad to Mendel, collects it. She drives around the top, puts up the floater, and it's off the side of the backboard out of bounds. So Duncan gets it back. 4:56 remaining first half. Lady Demons on top, 19-8. As top of the key, right side. Williams, they work it left side all the way for 3. Woods puts it up and in. So Hannah Woods launches the 3, nailed it. 22-8, Lady Demons on top. Boomers the other way, working right to left, right wing. Mendel trying to find Treese at the W. That pass batted away, stolen. Duncan throws ahead to Williams. Williams trying to save it. Did she throw it off a Boomer? They say she did. So she saves the possession by throwing it off the Boomer as Taylor Floyd into the ball game for Lexi Mendel. Floyd seeing her first time tonight. As Williams beneath the left block, inbounds at top, the key to Harris. They work it to Givens, now to Albin. Back up top to Harris, 4:20 remaining first half. Boomers trail 22-8. Right wing, Woods finds space for the 3. That's strong off the back iron. High rebound collected by Williams. Second chance on the way. It's an air ball scooped up by Kaylee Mills, and she's fouled on the loose ball. The Boomers get the possession. They get Williams her second. Team second of the quarter as well. The Boomers have it, but trail 22-8 with 4 minutes left in the first half. Treese racing across the timeline, gets to the free throw line, gets to the right block, gets through a double team, and the shot off the glass, but good move by Treese, essentially taking it coast to coast as she was fouled. And she drove right at Albin, who picks up her first, Vivian Albin. Excuse me, her second, I apologize, and third team foul of the quarter for Duncan. Free throw all the way for Treese. Splashes in, she's got 4. As Holthouse steps in for Williams.
Albin thought she was clean on Treese on that one, but not the case.
Not the case. Second free throw on the way for Treese. Riled that one in as well. She made both. Boomers still trail 22-10 with 3:58 remaining in the half. Duncan breaking the Boomer press. Givens takes it, bounces in the paint to Holthouse for the layup off the glass, right side. So Holthouse with 5. Duncan with the quick answer. Boomers the other way. Treese looking to get across the timeline, guarded immediately by Holthouse. Bounces it off her foot on the dribble, has to retrieve the backcourt to scoop it up. Treese now attacking again, flips ahead to Mills on the right side to Floyd. Floyd into the paint on the block, tried to go up with the floater, and it was swatted by Albin. And a jump ball forced, though, by the Boomers, and Michelle Barra keeps the possession. Good effort by Barra. 3:30 left first half. Boomers trail 24-10, looking to cut into the 14-point deficit. Treese beneath the right block, goes out to Moore on the wing. Top key to Floyd. Her pass batted by Harris. Harris comes up with another steal, floats ahead to Holthouse, bounces it down to Givens in transition off the glass for the layup. So Givens with another one. She's got 7, and it's 26-10. Boomers trail, another timeout taken with 3:18 left in the half. will take it with them. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92 and Boomer TV.
Our connections make powerful things happen, uniting individuals and communities. We are Rotary. We are people of action. With over 1 million members, we know what people can do when they come together. Around the world, generations of leaders build new friendships and solve problems, turning great ideas into reality. Take action with us. Find out more at rotary.org/action.
Z92, Dakota Wagner, Tyler Riggs, as the Boomers trail 26-10 to the Lady Demons of Duncan on this full timeout. Boomers will have the possession out of the timeout. Doing a plug real quick, it's the Shoot for Loot tonight, presented by Hutch's Gas Station. We do this every year, as one senior will get a chance for a $500 gift card from Hutch's should they make a three-point shot. Sign-ups are available from now through the first quarter of the boys game, and that will be taking place at halftime of the boys game. So if you got a senior in the crowd, you're listening, you're watching, you know a senior that's there that could use maybe $500, urge them to sign up for that. Out of timeout, Boomers work it on the baseline to Mills, right side, kicks up top to Moore. Moore, the right elbow jumper on the way, it pops out. Rebound scooped up by Givens. Duncan pushes ahead. 3-on-3 the other way. Givens doesn't like it. Backs out right wing. They lose her as she takes the right corner three and nailed it. They just backed off of her and she nailed the three. Givens with 10 points. And Duncan up by 19. 29-10. 2:45 in the half. Moore top key right side to Floyd. Floyd guarded tightly by Holthouse and can't handle it. And they say last touch by Holthouse who poked it away. As we'll see, a couple of fresh Lady Demons. Cease steps back into the ball game, takes out Albin, and Woods checks out as well for Riley Kreitz. Boomers will inbound in front of the Duncan bench. Floyd gets it to Moore, top key. They work it back to her inside to Mills on the right block. A turn, a shot off the glass, off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound on the backside, taken by Treese. Boomers extend the possession. Top the key, Moore with it. Guarded tightly by Harris, has to go to Floyd on the right wing. Floyd checked by Holthouse. Left wing, Treese, a deep three on the way. That's off the side of the rim. Rebound on the backside by Floyd. Boomers again extend the possession as Floyd dumps it to Barra. Looking for Treese under the net. Treese in a double team powers it up. Shot off the mark, and the rebound, they say, poked out by Duncan. The Boomers continuing to extend the possession as Lexi Mendel comes in for Taylor Floyd. So Treese beneath the block and the three-point line on the baseline. Right side windbound. Looking to Trigger. Trigger gets it to middle on the wing. Back to Treese. Treese, the right baseline jumper. Rounds around, falls in, and a foul. So Treese with the and one jumper. She's got 7. And the Boomers trail 29-12. First foul picked up by Deja Givens. Treese to the line for the and one free throw. That's strong off the back of the rim. Scooped up by Harris on the board. Duncan pushes left to right. That's Harris. Sends it to the corner. Cease tees up the three. It's well short. Good defense by Ibarra. And that's picked up by her on the rebound. Handed off to Treese. Boomers looking to cut into the 29-12 deficit. Minute 50 left in the half. Treese top the key. Left wing to Moore. On the baseline, Mills turns, drive, finds space, and gets it off the glass. Good take by Kaylee Mills. Her first basket tonight. Makes it a 15-point gap, 29-14. Back the other way is Duncan. High right wing. Harris uses the dribble to the Woodward W. Flips it to Holthouse in the corner to Cease, trying to find a cutting Harris. Harris collects in the paint and draws the foul on her way up as she lost it momentarily. Michelle Barrows trying to play tough defense. They eventually get Lexi Mendel actually right there as well. Her second, team third of the quarter. So Harris to the line, no points thus far. And her first free throw rattles in. 30-14, Duncan on top with minute 24 left in the first half. Couple dribbles for Harris, getting ready for the second free throw, dips and shoots. That one bounces around and sticks. She's got 2. As the Boomers will take it back, right to left, Treese with the dribble. We'll see pressure before she gets half court. Throws it to Riley Moore, high left wing. to Mills, top of the key. Back to Treese right side on the Jimmy Peck Court logo. In the corner, Mendel takes it. She gets cut off by Givens. Now she needs help trying to go top of the key. Pass batted and then stolen by Harris. Flips it ahead to Holthouse. Left block. A block by Treese on the shot. Scooped up by Mills. Treese racing ahead. Flips it to Mendel, right side. Mendel into the paint on the block, and she's challenged all the way up. Out of bounds. Last touch by Harris. Not necessarily a block, but Harris ripped it away from her as she was going up. So the Boomers keep possession. 55 seconds remaining in the half. They trail 31-14. Treese, top key to Ibarra on the inbound. They swing it to Moore, left corner. She tries to dump it to Mendel on the block. It's stolen away, picked up by Holthouse, and a foul on the loose ball. As they get Kaylee Mills for her first. Team number 4 with 50 seconds remaining in the half. Boomers trail 31-14. Duncan on the inbounds. Harris with the dribble, slowly across the timeline. Goes left wing to Givens. Givens checked by Moore. Swings it right side, Cease on the wing, checked by Mendel. So they find Kreitz, top of the key. Working on the baseline to Holthouse. Back to Givens left wing, tees up the long three, splashes home. Deja Givens with another one, she's got 13. The Boomers trail 34-14. 20 seconds remaining in the half. Mills on the right baseline. Goes to Ibarra, trying to go out to Treese. It's miscommunication and a turnover for the Boomers. 18 seconds remain in the half. Boomers trail 34-14. Duncan will look to add to the lead on this possession. As Harris takes the inbounds. Walks across timeline, but it's checked by Mendel. Goes on the right wing to Cease. Cease rolls around the top. Has to try to find Holthouse. It's off her foot momentarily. She picks it up. Gets in the left corner to Harris. To Kreitz underneath. Off the top of the backboard. Should have been an out of bounds, but they didn't call it. And that's how we end the first half, as Duncan takes a 34-14 lead into the break. We'll step aside, come back for the halftime show. It's Boomer Basketball on C92 and Boomer TV.
Need to pay the babysitter, but don't have enough cash? Use Zelle, located in the Bank 7 mobility app, to send money from your account to someone else's within minutes. With an email address or phone number, you can directly pay anyone you trust. Zelle is fast, safe, and free. Visit bank7.com for more details. Data rates and transfer limits may apply. Member FDIC.
Are you searching for that perfect special attire? Look no further than Top Cat Formal Wear and Accessories at 808 Main Street in Woodward. Top Cat has a beautiful line of bridal, special occasion, and prom dresses to choose from. With no two dresses alike, you'll always get that special look. They guarantee the perfect fit for tuxedos at no extra cost and carry menswear for all your needs. Visit TopCatFormal.com or call 580-256-2888 to book your appointment now. Store hours are 10 a.m. through 5 p.m. Monday through Friday and by appointment only on Saturday. Top Cat also offers layaway. Let Top Cat help you shine on your special day.
Parenting is hard. Technology can make it harder. The Family Media Plan developed by the American Academy of Pediatrics helps make it easier. Go to healthychildren.org/media plan to create the media plan that's right for your family. Whether you make a full plan or just choose a few parts that matter the most to your family, healthychildren.org/media plan is an easy-to-use tool that will help your family set media priorities and create healthy digital habits in line with your family's values. You'll also get practical tips to help make the plan work. And you can come back to revise your plan as often as you need to, like at the beginning of each school year or during summer and holiday breaks. Raising kids in the age of screens is easier when you have a plan. Go to healthychildren.org/media plan and make your plan today.
Back at Boomer Fieldhouse at the half, Duncan on top of Woodward, 34-14 after the first two frames. Let's look at the halftime stats. As leading the way for Duncan is Deja Givens. She has 13 points, the only scorer in double figures thus far in the ball game for either team. Addie Cease also playing complimentary ball with 8 points of her own, and then 5 for Kenry Holthouse, the 3 leading scorers for Duncan. On the Boomer side of things, led by Jocelyn Treese in that first half with 7 of the 14. Riley Moore with 4 points, 2 for Kaylee Mills, and 1 for Michelle Ibarra. That's the Boomer scoring, and Dakota looking at the quarter scoring, it was just 14-7 after the first, but Duncan wins the second quarter 20-7. So, you know, those turnovers as they're getting their hands active in the passing lanes, really creating a lot of easy points for Duncan in that second quarter.
You kind of mentioned there the hands in the passing lane. Just seems like they're deflecting almost everything that we're trying to go inside the paint. We're going to have to be a little bit more creative and trying to get these passes inside and working around the perimeter, as they're just very defense. They're kind of a defense team where they can just kind of pick at you from anywhere and everywhere. So we're going to have to use those second half adjustments and try to come up with something different.
Well, you mentioned creativity in the passing. I think that's definitely important. As you mentioned, Duncan has been all over anytime Woodward's tried to get into the paint, whether that's working the baseline or just simply trying to drive. Duncan's got 2-3 bodies on that, and it's at a point where it comes so quick that Woodward doesn't have an opportunity to get it back out. Yeah. If you got 2 or 3 bodies on somebody, that means somebody's open outside, but Duncan has done a pretty good job of hiding that triple or double coverage until it's too late, essentially.
You know, their transition defensively and offensively is just tremendous. The Boomers really haven't had, you know, an opponent that's been able to get up and down the court, you know, every step of the way, because Boomers, they're pretty fast, but Duncan seems to be just kind of just every step.
Yeah, and it's similar to what we saw Friday night in Duncan, where they know if they feel they've got the speed, they're going to push to that point, and that's what they've done tonight, especially in transition on steals. Even after made shots, Duncan says, okay, you've got to get back or else we'll get an easy bucket. So see what adjustments the Boomers come up with into the second half as the Woodward, I believe the dance team getting ready to have a performance. They're cheerleaders. Okay, cheerleaders getting ready to have a performance here at the half. And as we mentioned earlier, senior night, the festivities for senior night will be in between the girls and the boys game. We will carry that on Z92 as well as Boomer TV. Don't forget you can watch it there. And then as I was mentioning a minute ago, in the boys halftime, we'll have the Hutches Shoot for Loot, as Hutches is throwing up a $500 gift card for a senior as if they can make a 3-point shot.
You know, we've had a senior that has made that shot a couple years ago. I believe it was a girl.
It was.
Can't think of the name, but it was a pretty funny shot.
And she had a broken arm.
Yeah, that was
crazy. A broken arm. Went full Kurt Angle, except instead of the neck, it was the arm.
Man, it was. He got $500 out of it. I mean,
that's pretty. That'll pay for some gas, won't it?
Oh yeah, a good couple months, hopefully, worth of gas, if not longer.
And if you're listening or watching, you know of a senior that's at the field house tonight, signups are open now through the first quarter of the boys game. So you might want to text them, call them, let them know, say, hey, get in there, try to get you a chance to win $500 by Hutches. Before we take a break, I do want to thank our great sponsors with us on Z92. It's High Plains Tire, gold sponsor of the Boomer Coaches Show, Top Cat Formal Wear and Accessories, Divine Stationery, Klein Mechanical, Northwest Glass, Great Plains National Bank, R5 Custom Embroidery, and Long Shots Bar and Grill. Liz, our Coaches Show host, could not do it without them. Boomers trail 34-14 at the half to the Duncan Lady Demons. Let's step aside. You're listening to Boomer Basketball, C92 and Boomer TV.
Life never stops moving. Between the 30-minute commutes, daycare pickups, and that weekend trip to Grandma's, you're racking up the miles. What you need is a tire that can keep up, like the exceptionally long-lasting Michelin Defender tire. With an 80,000-mile warranty and the safety you expect, you can lose track of the miles and focus on what really matters, the memories made along the way. Stop in today at 2220 Main in Woodward to see your local Michelin dealer, High Plains Tire.
More than 600,000 Oklahomans have disabilities. We can't afford to leave great employees behind just because they do things differently.
Who we are and what we accomplish
are much more important.
Hire an Oklahoman with a disability and gain dependability, commitment, and lower turnover. Reach out. Oklahoma Rehabilitation Services, okdrs.gov, 1-800-845-8476.
The Age of Reason took place over 200 years ago. It was a time of amazing scientific and philosophical progress all over the world. Truth, reason, and tolerance thrived and even shaped the Constitution of the United States of America, the foundation of our democracy. But now those building blocks of America, of democracy, are under attack. In just 2 decades, big tech social media billionaires have allowed their platforms to roll back truth, facts, and tolerance, and fill the screens in our homes and in our pockets with lies and hate. Online disinformation and hate affect everything, everyone, everywhere. It splits us apart, hurts our children, polarizes our societies, and is literally leading to violence and terror in our communities. Lies and hate everywhere are a threat to all people, anywhere. Be a part of the change. Help defend the future of our democracy. Go to counterhate.com to learn more.
Back at Boomer Fieldhouse, halftime as Woodward trails Duncan 34-14 in the girls' game. Still got the boys' game to come after this. Do want to talk real quick about a bit of the changes we've had in Road to the Big House coverage tonight, as Kay Kennedy was supposed to be on K101 with the Sealing District. Should have seen Fargo Gage Fort Supply take on Moreland, both boys and girls. Unfortunately, Kay came down with some sickness today, so had to shift those plans. So no games on K101 tonight, but tomorrow we will have the district championships in Sealing on K101. Whoever emerges victorious in both the boys and girls game take on Sealing. We'll have that coverage 6 and 7:30 on K101, which means tomorrow on Z92, where we were supposed to have the Leading District Championships, we'll have men's basketball, college basketball with Bedlam as Oklahoma State takes on OU. You'll hear Dave Hunziker and the OSU feed on Z92 with that, while we'll have Road to the Big House coverage on K101. Do want to update you in the Moreland Fargo Gage Fort Supply girls basketball game at the moment. Moreland on top in the third quarter on last update, 32-12. That's Class A districts, as they look like the Moreland able to, at least right now, have control. Of course, that's a familiar name coaching that. Greg Uribe, formerly with Woodward, over there coaching the girls, leading the way. So be interested to see how far Moreland goes on that girls' side. Going to face a really tough challenge, obviously, for the district championship tomorrow in Sealing, should they hold. Sealing still right on top, the defending champs. Absolutely been dominating this season. Be an interesting affair. But Dakota, as we get ready for the second half here at Boomer Fieldhouse, we talked about Woodward need to control that possession a little bit better. Duncan's been active in forcing those turnovers. What's some other keys you think Woodward has to accomplish to try to erase this 20-point deficit?
I feel like we got to be a little bit smarter just with our passes and, going inside the paint. I feel like we're forcing shots and we're not just thinking about, who's open and what spots we can go to. So we're going to have to be just a little bit smarter. I already said creativity. We're going to have to do a little bit of that as well. But these Boomers, they have a little bit of a tough matchup here in the second half, and Duncan's just going to keep bringing what they're doing. So,
yeah, for Duncan, I mean, they're probably getting told, hey, just keep at it, right, by Coach Givens. And to your point, we'll see if the Boomers can take care of it as they trail 34-14 at the half. Still got a few more minutes before we get underway. Let's step aside for another break, and we'll get you to the start of the second half on the other side. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92.
Hey, wouldn't it be great if life came with a remote control? You could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind, like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest. Uh-oh. Or that time you forgot to roll up your windows in the car wash.
Fantastic.
Yeah, a remote control would have come in handy then. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Life doesn't come with a remote control. Yikes! So you're on your own with the wasps. You have the power to take control of prediabetes. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Long time no see, buddy. How's it going? When did you get back?
Hey, good to see you. I've been home for almost a year, just trying to adjust and get back into the swing of things.
Well, it looks like you've been busy. I always see those pics you post of you and your family at all those events. What gives?
Oh, yeah. VetTix. VetTix gives.
What's VetTix?
VetTix is an awesome charity that gives free event tickets, like concerts and sporting events and shows, to currently serving military and vets, including immediate family of troops killed in action. You wouldn't believe how these events have helped me adjust to being back. It's just like a good time that I could have with my family, and all these new happy memories we're making are priceless.
And it's nice to know that people appreciate your service and your sacrifice.
Yeah, it is.
Listen, I've actually got extra tickets. Can I donate them?
Yeah, it's easy. Just go to vettix.org. It's a great site. You could give your extra tickets, and other vets like me can sign up to get them.
Cool. I'm on it, buddy. Good to know you're back. And hey, thank you for your service.
Welcome back. A couple minutes before we get the second half underway between the Duncan Lady Demons and the Woodward Boomers. Dakota, talking a little bit further ahead to the boys' game. Of course, one of your final couple tests before you face the mighty Woodford Eagles next week, a week from now, in fact. And boy, tonight and Tuesday night, two teams in Duncan and Kingfisher that the boys feel they can not only compete with, but beat. They've already beat Duncan once last Friday. Kingfisher, they lost to them in the Winter Classic on this court, but it was a game that the boys feel they should have won and couldn't quite close the deal. What are we expecting now of the boys tonight coming off that loss against Alva?
I think it's digging at them a little bit. They really wanted to get that win over Alva, and especially at home. So I think the boys are going to come out here and they're going to put on a show. I know we're going to have a little bit different starting lineup, so the crowd may get a little wild.
Yes, with some of those, making sure we got all the seniors.
Oh, yeah.
3 to honor tonight for the boys' side. We talked about the girls, Alexis Barra, Jocelyn Treese, Riley Moore, as well as Lee Luckett for the boys. Kale Bluthy, who unfortunately obviously not playing, but he'll be honored. Ethan Neal and Zane Wasson, the other senior. We talked to him during the coaching show, as well as Ethan. Unfortunately, Caleb was a bit under the weather. Did have a run of sickness kind of go through. It seemed like the teams this week, so the Boomers have been fighting that. That'll be fun, though, to see. Hey, do want to remind you as well, I mentioned that game against Kingfisher. That's the 13th, Tuesday. The Woodward Education Association is doing their Boo-Hoo Buddy Toss. So you can bring stuffed toys to the basketball game, new ones. Anyone who brings a toy entered to win a gift card in a drawing at halftime of the boys' game. And that table will be open from 6 p.m. until the end of the first quarter of the boys' game to sign up for the drawing at the halftime of the boys' game. Fans will do where they toss all those stuffed toys onto the gym floor. The winner of the gift card will also be announced at that time. It's a $5 entry with donation of a stuffed animal and $7 if you just want to enter into drawing without the stuffed animal. Toys will be donated to the Woodward Hospital Emergency Room. So keep that in mind as we approach Tuesday night. Well, we begin the second half as Duncan takes possession, working right to left. Inside C shot is challenged and swatted. The Boomers come up with it as Riley Moore hands it up to Mills. Back to Moore trying to get across the timeline. Boomers trail 34-14. Trying to cut into this deficit as on the right wing, Luckett sends it to Moore. Just under the three-point line. Tries to get into the paint, cut off. Back out to Luckett, takes a three in the face of two Duncan defenders. It's short off the glass. Rebound scooped up by Givens. Givens races ahead, finds Harris underneath for the layup left side. Harris with 4 points. Duncan makes it 36-14. 7:15 to go in the third quarter. Boomers the other way. Top the key, Moore looking for somebody. Finds Treese, picked up by Harris. She sends right side to Luckett on the wing. Luckett finds space on the baseline, hands off to Moore. Moore backs it out, has the dribble, then re-enters below the three-point line. Goes top the key to Mendel. They work it to Luckett, left wing, baseline to Mills. Back up top, Mendel open for the three straight away and splashes it.
That was good ball movement there by the Boomers.
Some good patient ball movement results in the three-pointer for Lexi Mendel, her first basket of the night, as it's Boomers trailing 36-17. Duncan the other way. Right wing Williams takes the possession, guarded by Treese. Williams doesn't like it. Backs up top of the key. Feeds over to Woods left side. Woods dumps an elbow to Harris. Harris a little up and under, drives, puts up the jumper, and that splashes home for Raya Harris. She's got 6. 38-17, Boomers trail. They take the possession as Mendel sends it left wing to Mills. Mills doesn't quite have the numbers, trying to drive. She's poked out by Givens. Collects it back now. Givens fouls her on the loose ball.
Givens is in a little bit of disbelief there.
Yeah, she thought she had it clean. Instead, it's foul number 2. First of the second half for either team. Treese looking to inbound beneath left block for the Boomers on the baseline. Gives it out to Luckett, left wing, top of the key, Mendel. Mendel looking to drive on Williams, dumps it into Moore in the paint. She's double teamed. It's a fight. It's a whistle. It's a jump ball. Possession arrow does keep it with Woodward. 6:05 remaining third quarter. Boomers trail 38-17. With the possession as Treese beneath the right block goes to Moore at the free throw line. Moore over at left side to Treese, zips it inside to Luckett. Luckett fouled on the entry pass as Cease was on her. So Cease picks up her second, and it's the second of the quarter for Duncan. Boomers again keep the possession, 6 minutes, and on the inbound they find Mendel underneath the basket for the layup. So good movement there. Boomers make it 38-19. Tops the key, Woods at the W. Picked up by Mendel, works right side, has to go cross court. Left side to Cease, a long 2 on the way, baseline. It's a bit strong, backside rebound picked up by Givens. Boomers thought they were straight up as Givens gets fouled on the way up. Looked like it was good defense from Treese and Moore. Not the case, they say. Givens to the line. Moore picks up her second. First of the quarter for the Boomers. 5:42 remaining in the quarter. At the free throw line, Givens. First one, it's strong off the back iron high. So Givens remains at 13 points. The only scorer in double figures. Second free throw on the way as Givens nails that one. So she splits the pair, has 14 points. 39-19, Duncan up by 20. Boomers trying to cut into it on the right corner. Moore takes it and got a foul underneath. I think that's on Duncan. No, it's on Woodward, an offensive. As they get Kaylee Mills away from the ball. Had a late demon go to the floor. So Mills picks up her second of the quarter for Woodward. Duncan takes back the possession, lead 39-19. High on the right side, Williams double team. She's losing the handle. Ball's loose. Boomers pick it up as Moore throws ahead to Luckett. Luckett has to save it, and unfortunately Woods there to scoop it up for Duncan. Now it's face break the other way. Williams dumps it down to Cease. Cease on the left side for the layup. Rouse in.
Almost had a steal there for the Boomers.
Boomers had a good look at a steal and score. Instead, it turned into points for Duncan. So they take the lead 41-19. On the right side, Treese for the Boomers, working left to right on the court, and a jump ball forced by Duncan. They double teamed her as Woods and Harris step up. So it's a turnover on the possession arrow. Duncan gets it back with 5 minutes remaining third quarter, leading 41-19. As Woods near the timeline feeds to Harris right side, or excuse me, Williams. They work it to Harris. Now Givens in the corner, tees up the 3, it splashes home. Givens with 17, and Duncan has put it on. 44-19 as Treese gives it to Moore, cross timeline, but she's poked at from behind, stolen away, and then a walk as Duncan got the steal. They flipped it to Williams ahead, and she traveled. So a sequence of back-to-back turnovers.
Boomers will take that, though.
Trying to cut into this 25-point deficit as they trail 44-19 in front of the Boomer bench. Mendel sends it into Treese. Treese at the W with the dribble. Goes high right wing to Luckett. Luckett picked up by Harris. Luckett trying to drive, gets cut off, has to give it to Moore beside her in the corner. Moore tries to go top the key, pass batted, but Mills saves it. Mills gets held. It would have been an easy basket for Luckett had Mills not got held. And they get Harris her first. Third of the quarter for Duncan. Boomers keep the possession, 4:21 remaining in third quarter as Vivian Alvin steps in for Hannah Woods. Alvin with 2 fouls on the inbounds. It goes in the right side. Mendel on the 3, and it's too strong off the back iron. Rebound collected by Givens. Feeds ahead to Williams. Fast break for Duncan. Williams, right block, goes up for the layup. Off the glass, falls in. So Williams with the basket. She's been a little quiet tonight. Had 22 in the last meet, only 5 tonight. Still, though, Duncan up 46-19. Boomers working the right side. Moore trying to drive baseline. Gets to the baseline. They say she stepped out. She did. It's a turnover for the Boomers with 3:56 remaining, third quarter. As Williams inbounds to, or excuse me, Harris inbounds to Williams. She's picked up by Luckett near the half-court line. They swing it left corner. Cease tees up the three. That splashes home. Addie Cease with another one. She's got 13. 49-19. Duncan on top. Boomers back the other way as Treese with the crossover on Williams. Sends it left wing to Luckett on the baseline to Mills. Mills not liking it, trying to back it out. Does find Moore beside her. Moore trying to go up with a shot left side that's blocked by Cease. Rebounded, pushed ahead to Harris in transition off the glass. It rolls out. Collected by Treese underneath. Boomers push back, working left to right, trying to cut into this 49-19 deficit. High left wing Luckett sends it top of the key to Mills. To Treese right side. In the corner to Mendel, guarded double team by Williams, and Albin has to try to get through it, and she's fouled. Good move by Lexi Mendel to get through the double team and draw the foul. And they get Williams, that's her third. Fourth of the quarter for Duncan, one more. The Boomers will have free throws. Press the court as Harris and Williams step out, give way to Holthouse as well as Woods. Boomers on the inbound, shot all the way, it's too strong. Rebound collected by Givens. Givens flips it ahead to Woods for Duncan. It's 2-on-2, pass though stolen away by Mendel in the paint. She has to work it up to Moore. Moore trying to push on a 3-on-2 on the right side. Backs out though, lets her team catch up as she flips it to Treese. 2:45, third quarter. Boomers trail 49-19, but had the possession. Treese on the right side, needs some help. Finds Luckett top the key, behind her to Middle. Left side, Moore sees the double team. Flips it down to Mills on the block. Mills now double team, has to get through it. Trying to kick it back out up top to Middle. They work it to Treese, left corner. Treese trying to drive, cut off by Givens. Goes up top to Middle. Middle turns the corner, gets in the paint, puts her head down, but the shot's wild. It's collected by Duncan. Givens racing the head, doesn't have the numbers, 2-on-3. Gets cut off right before the block, but then angles back in after a little bit of a hesitation move and puts it off the glass. So Givens with 19, and it's a timeout by Woodward with 2:10 left in the third quarter. We'll take it with them. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92 KMZE FM Woodward.
We need each other because every someone needs someone else.
We need each other because when we work together, we can do so much more.
We connect more children with what they need to grow up healthy, educated, and safe. And that's what Child Fund is all about.
Because when you make someone's world better, you make everyone's world better.
Child Fund, because we need each other.
Learn more at childfund.org. That's childfund.org.
Back at Boomer Fieldhouse, Dakota Wagner, Tyler Riggs with you as Boomers trail 51-19 in the third quarter to Lady Demons. 2:09 remaining. Boomers coming off a timeout, have the possession. So they look to find something to get going on this senior night. It's festivities in between the girls and the boys game. We'll have that on Z92 Boomer TV. The boys honoring the seniors of Ethan Neal, Zane Wasson, Caleb Luthi. The girls, Riley Moore, Jocelyn Treese, Lily Luckett, and Alexis Ibarra. As Luckett inbounds it for the Boomers to Treese as they work left to right in this half. Treese, high left wing to Middle, picked up by Holthouse. Mendel with the dribble, goes to the Woodward W, rolls around the top to the right side, and the corner to Moore. Moore looking to pass, now uses the dribble, flips back up to Luckett, top of the key. At 50 remaining in the quarter. Left wing to Mendel, pumps, drives, gets below the free throw line, but has to angle it back out to Luckett on the right side. Luckett sends it to Moore on the wing. Moore trying to dump it into Tree. She's fronted by Givens. Givens steals it away. Flips ahead to Holthouse, right side. Holthouse trying to drive, cut off by Mills. Goes up to Givens, right side. Givens directing traffic, guarded by Treese. Minute 28 left in the quarter. Kreitz gets it on the right side, dumps it down low to cutting Hannah Woods, who gets the basket. So Duncan adds another as Woods now with 5 points in the ball game. Minute 10 left in the third quarter. Boomers the other way. Mendel, high left wing. They work down to Treese, open on the block, but the shot affected. It's too strong off the glass. Rebound scooped up by Duncan as Woods takes it across the timeline. Goes right wing to Givens. Givens picked up by Treese. She's picked up a dribble, needs help. Treese pokes it away, but Givens collects. Trying to drive, gets into the paint, the block, and then she loses the handle. One official said it was Boomer ball, and then he got overruled. They say Duncan possession. As a couple of freshmen check in for the Boomers, Lexi Mendel, Lily Luckett step out as Taylor Floyd, as well as Bailey Nelson into the ball game. Off the inbounds, Givens top the key for Duncan. Trying to attack, gets into the paint. Her shot swatted by Mills, picked up by Moore for the Boomers. 45 seconds to the quarter. They trail 53-19. On the high right side, Floyd takes possession, goes to Moore, top the key. Moore sees some space, gets the free throw line cut off. They swing it back up to Floyd, left wing to Nelson. Top the key to Moore. She'll take the open three straight away. That rattles in. Riley Moore with the tray. She's got 7. Brewers make it 53-22 with 20 seconds remaining third quarter. Givens, top of the key, checked by Treese. Givens with the slow dribble at the W. Backs it up with 14 seconds. Now picks up her dribble, needs help. Treese all over, goes to the elbow to Woods, and Woods hits a cutting Holthouse who blows the layup left side. She gets her own rebound with 5 seconds. Woods on the right wing takes it, tries to dump it to Alba. That's batted out of bounds by Floyd, as Duncan keeps possession, but Floyd on the backside defense. 0.4 on the clock. Kreitz looking to inbounds for Duncan to end the third quarter beneath left block. They won't have much time to get shot off on the inbound. It goes in, shots up. Do they wave it off? What do they say? It was a made shot, but was it waved off?
It was.
They say it's waved off. It was a made shot by Duncan, but it does not count. That's how we end the third quarter. 53-22. Lady Demons take the lead heading into the fourth. You'll listen to Boomer Basketball on Z92 and Boomer TV.
Tackle an endless to-do list every day. It may seem like a thankless job, but you know better. It's the little things that matter most. That's why you'll appreciate the enduring value of the Michelin Defender tire. Designed for doers like you, Michelin's longest-lasting tire keeps you on the go longer, so you have one less thing to worry about on your next road trip. Stop in today for miles of uncompromised safety and performance. Visit your local Michelin dealer, High Plains Tire, at 2220 Main in Woodward.
The Age of Reason took place over 200 years ago. Truth, reason, and tolerance thrived and even shaped the U.S. Constitution. Now those building blocks of democracy are under attack. Big tech social media billionaires allow disinformation and hate to hurt our children, polarize us, and cause violence and terror in our communities. Online lies and hate affect everything, everyone, everywhere. Be a part of the change. Help defend our democracy. Go to counterhate.com to learn more.
And back on Z92 as we begin the fourth quarter. Boomers have possession, working left to right, trailing 53-22. They swing it to Treese, left corner, takes the three. That's off the side of the rim. Rebound scooped up by Moore. Moore on the second chance, flips it up. Won't go, but she's fouled. And Riley Moore heads to the line for 2 shots. And for Duncan, they pick up Vivian Albin for her third foul of the ball game. First of the quarter for Duncan. Moore at the line. First free throw drops in. She's got 8. 53-23. Boomers trailing by 30. 7:44 left in the ball game. Second free throw on the way for Moore. That one falls as well. She's got 9, made the pair as Williams takes the inbounds for the Lady Demons. Flips to Harris, trying to break the Boomer press. They get it up ahead to Holthouse. Her pass ripped away, but then bumping into her own teammate was Nelson, and Mills colliding as Albin takes it back. Left wing Harris for Duncan. Trying to find somebody. Now uses the dribble, top of the key. Goes over to Halford, who's in the ball game. Inside, we got travel as the Boomers went tight on Williams. Emily Halford seen her first time as a sophomore for Duncan. So the Boomers get it back, force the turnover with 7:20 left in the ball game. Treese takes the inbounds, has the jog, works across timeline to Nelson, high right wing. Picked up by Halford. As Moore top of key takes it back to Nelson. Nelson guarded tightly by Albin, and then a travel by Nelson as she got plugged up by Albin. So it goes back to the Lady Demons. Is in the deep corner. Williams triggers on the inbounds. Boomers still with the press as Floyd picks up Harris on the pass. Harris trying to get across the timeline, has to pick up her dribble. Floyd all over, sends on the baseline or on the sideline. That's a turnover as Floyd all over forces it as Harris threw it into the Duncan bench.
And that's what you like to see from Floyd there, using the valuable minutes she has.
As Treese takes the inbounds for the Boomers, feeds right side to Nelson on the wing. Her pass batted. It was intended for Moore. Williams stepped in front. Williams one-on-one with Moore the other way off the glass. It's short off the side of the rim. Rebound scooped up, and no, they say jump ball between Moore and Cease underneath, and Duncan keeps the possession on the arrow.
Wait for Riley Moore not to give up on that play. Just keeping every step with her and making her miss that shot there.
Williams beneath the right block, triggers inside to Albin. Albin up and under for the shots, well over the backboard, or over the rim, I should say, collected by the Boomers on the backside. As Nelson takes it, trying to work past Williams to get across the timeline, finds Moore at the W. They go left wing to Floyd. Floyd with the dribble, checked by Halford. Finds Mills, now they find Treese in the corner, picked up by Harris. Looking for a screen on Harris, they get it, but they swing it around to Nelson right side. Nelson nearly double team, drives baseline, in some trouble, gets pushed by Harris. Yep, and that's a foul. She just got straight up pushed by Harris. Harris plays a physical brand of ball. It's her second of the quarter for Duncan as Harris checks out. As Holthouse checks back in. So beneath right block, Treese triggers, finds Mills in the paint. Mills trying to work. Her shot affected by Cease as Duncan comes away with it. Albin down the left side for Lady Demons, finds Williams in the paint. The floater splashes in. Another one for Williams. She's now got 7, not quite her 22 she had in the first matchup. Still though, Duncan on top, 55-24, 5:50 remain in the ball game. Left side, Nelson trying to drive in the paint for the shot. It's short, but scooped up by Mills. Second effort, puts it up and foul. Shot doesn't fall, but Kaylee Mills on the second chance goes to the free throw line.
It's good, good offensive rebound there by Kaylee Mills, and then to turn around and put up the shot and draw the contact she did.
Addie Cease with her third foul. Second of the quarter, or third of the quarter, I should say, for Duncan as the free throw. First one for Mills bounces off the front of the rim, no good. Kreitz checks in for Cease. Mills looking for the second free throw, has 2 points thus far. That one catches the right side and rims out. Rebound underneath, fought for, got a couple girls on the floor. Whistle, jump ball, possession arrow, keeps it with the Boomers. And good effort by Bailey Nelson to force the jump ball. As Michelle Barr steps in for Kayla Mills. Beneath the left block, Treese triggers on the inbounds, goes to Ibarra, top the key. Left corner, back to Treese for the three. It's strong off the side of the rim. Rebound, though, tipped right to Treese as the Boomers keep the possession going. Right side, Nelson with it. Guarded tightly by Hoffer. They work it left corner to Floyd. Floyd looking to drive baseline, cut off. Flips it behind her to Moore. Thought about the three instead. Oh, yep, and there's a double dribble by Riley Moore as she was checked by Williams. That's into the ball game for the Lady Demons. Will be Olivia Fletcher. Takes out Williams. 5:25 remaining as Duncan on top, 55-24. Hofford takes the inbounds, flips ahead to Kreitz, right wing in the corner to Albin. Albin pumps, drives, baseline block by Michelle Barr. Caught up with her, but the rebound taken by Albin as she goes up, puts it in, and an and one. So what looked like a good defensive play for the Boomers turns into second chance points for Albin. Her first basket of the game, and the foul charge to Nelson. First of the quarter for the Boomers. At the line, Albin splashes the free throw. She's got 3 and Duncan on top, 58-24. 5 minutes left in the ball game. On the left wing, Treese takes it for the Boomers. Gets checked on the perimeter by Holthouse. Rolls around the top after a screen. Goes right corner of Floyd, pumps the three, then drives inside. Dishes it down to Moore. Moore underneath, puts it off the glass and in. Riley Moore with the tough basket. She's got 11. 58-26, Duncan still on top as they break the press, trying to work it down to Fletcher on the block. Fletcher finds a cutting Holthouse. Her shot off the glass, off the rim. No good, scooped up by Ibarra. Flips ahead to Treese, now left wing to Floyd. Floyd guarded tightly by Holthouse as they swing it to Nelson right side on the wing. Bounces it to Ibarra. She's double teamed nearly in the paint. Has to work it back out to Floyd, top of the key. Boomers trail 58-26, 4:20 left in the ball game. Nelson from the right side trying to drive, angles in, and then gets it stolen away by Albin. Duncan races ahead. Albin flips to Halford, left wing, and she can't handle it. It's a travel back to the Boomers. As we see Lexi Mendel step in, take out Nelson. Excuse me, we'll take out Riley Moore. So Moore goes to the bench with her 11 points. Boomers with the possession, but trailing 58-26. 4:05 remaining in the ball game. On the right wing, Floyd takes the pass from Treese. Back up top to Treese, straight away for the three. Off the front of the rim, long rebound corralled by Duncan. As it was Finley Davis, seeing her first action, got the board. Halford, top of the key for the Lady Demons the other way. Hands off to Kreitz, dumps it down to Davis. Her floater goes over the rim, collected on the backside by Floyd for the Boomers. Floyd across the timeline, goes high left wing to middle. In the corner to Treese, looking for a screen. Gets it from Ibarra, takes it baseline left side. Dumps over to the right block. Floyd for the shot. It's a bit strong, but Ibarra on the second chance. That's off the rim, no good. Rebound scooped up by Duncan on the loose ball as they get it to Halford. Halford feeds ahead to Fletcher. Fletcher on the right wing, top of the key to Kreitz. In the corner goes to McRoy. Well, McRoy in the ball game for the first time. She's trapped up by Treese, almost loses it, gets it back, but Treese still all over as they try to find Davis, and they say a foul on Nelson, who came over to defend Finley Davis.
They're going to get her on a push, unfortunately.
So her second, team second of the quarter for the Boomers. They trail 58-26. Duncan with the possession. 3:09 remaining in the ball game. On the high left wing, Finley Davis takes it. Guarded tightly by Treese. Barely gets over to Kreitz. Kreitz drive baseline. She puts up the runner. It's off the side of the rim. Rebound poked out. They stay by the Boomers. So Duncan again keeps the possession on the loose ball. Kreitz triggers beneath the left block on the baseline. Looking for somebody, counts on. Finally finds on the right block a jumper from Fletcher, who puts it in. Fletcher with her first basket makes it 60-26. Boomers trail, but they've got the possession. Mendel, left side, goes cross court right wing to Treese. On the elbow to Ibarra, in the corner to Floyd right side. Tries to drive baseline, gets tripped up. As too slow to keep up with her was Noelle McRoy. It's her first foul. And the fourth of the quarter for Duncan with 2:40 remaining.
So a couple of substitutions here for the Boomers. Riley Moore's going to check back into the game, as well as Lily Luckett and Alexis Ibarra. Checking out for the Boomers is Michelle Ibarra, Taylor Floyd, and Bailey Nelson.
So there's your substitutions for the Boomers. As on the inbounds, they work it to Treese in the right corner for the three. She nailed it.
Good
Treese with 10 points. 60-29, 2:30 remaining. Duncan has possession in the lead. On the right side, they find Breckenroot into the ball game first time. Go up top to Halford. Halford checked by Mendel on the left wing. Feeds over to McRoy. McRoy hands off to Davis. Duncan working some clock. Davis checked tightly by Treese as she gets it on the wing to Fletcher. Fletcher still with it, guarded tightly by Moore. That goes up top to Davis, as Davis again guarded tightly by Treese. Almost turns it over, and they do, as trying to save it was Root, and she sends it right to Luckett in transition. The Boomers get the layup and the and one, as Mendel underneath right side puts it off the glass.
She's got 7 now.
That she does, and the foul they will charge for Duncan to Emily Halford, her first. So at the line for Mendel, trying to complete the three-point play. Couple dribbles, dips and shoots, and it's high off the back iron. Rebound fought for underneath, it's loose. Duncan comes away with it as Davis corrals. She feeds ahead down into the paint to Root. Root fouled on the way up as Ibarra tried to get back for the transition. So Alexis Ibarra picks up her first. That's team third of the quarter.
It was a good shot contest. Unfortunately, just had a little too much there on the wrist.
60-31. Duncan on top, looking to add to the lead as Root splashes the first free throw. Duncan back up by 30 with 1:44 left in the ball game. Second free throw on the way. That one in as well. Boy, I don't think Duncan's missed a free throw tonight. Everybody's hit him. 62-31 as the Boomers push back on the right side. Treese directing traffic. Goes top of the key to Alexis Barra. Left wing to Luckett in the corner to Mendel. Mendel cross court, top of the key to Treese. As they worked around with 1:30 left. Boomers trail 62-31. Nice touchdown to Moore in the paint. Moore fouled hard on the way up from the left side. Shot was off, but heads to the free throw line. See who they tag for Duncan. And they will get Noelle McRoy her second. As to the line, Moore with 11 points, looking to add. First free throw splashes. She's got 12. One of the seniors that will be honored after this game before the boys' game. Second free throw on the way for Moore. That's good as well. She's got 13. Boomers though trail 62-33. Duncan on the inbounds pass, tipped away by Mendel into the Boomer bench as Duncan keeps possession. 1:23 left in the ball game. Davis looking inbounds. Throws out up high to Root. Root lets it slip through her hands, but she tracks it down. Drives on the right baseline. Shot affected by Riley Moore. Boomers come up with the rebound. Luckett will take the handle. Across the timeline. Right side to Mendel. Dumping it into Moore. Moore can't quite handle it. It's a bit high. Picked up by Duncan. As pushing ahead is Fletcher. Fletcher on the right wing has picked up the dribble. Goes top of the key to Jaylee Phillips. They swing in the corner to McRoy. Dumping it down on the baseline to Davis. Davis can't handle it. She was in traffic. It's out of bounds. Back to Woodward with 56 seconds remaining. As Bailey Nelson will come in, as well as Taylor Floyd. Jocelyn Tree steps out. And who else for the Boomers? They'll get Lily Luckett. A couple of seniors getting out, getting a hug from Coach Moore. On the inbounds, Nelson gives way, or excuse me, Floyd gives way to Nelson. On the right side to Mendel. Mendel looking to work with 47 seconds remaining in the ball game. Tries to go up high to Nelson. It's through her hands, but the Boomers collect as they find Mendel again on the right side. Mendel guarded tightly as she gets into the paint. Finds her way through traffic. Shot is blocked initially. Gets it back, and they work it out to Nelson, top the key. She rolls right side looking for a bar on the block, but the pass a bit off, and it's a turnover by the Boomers.
We'll have our last two substitutions here, Tyler. Kaylee Mills checking in for Riley Moore, and Michelle Ibarra checking in for her older sister, Alexis Ibarra.
There you go, and again, Coach giving a hug to Coach Moore, or to Riley Moore and Alexis Ibarra, and Belinda Romero comes in. We'll take out Lexi Nadell, so Romero seeing her first time tonight. Boomers trail 62-33, 30 seconds left. Duncan with the inbounds as Davis in the backcourt facing the press. Gets it up across to Fletcher. Fletcher on the right side, checked by Mills. They go top of the key to McRoy. McRoy trying to send it left wing to Root, and that's batted out of bounds by Taylor Floyd. So Duncan keeps possession with 18 seconds, well in control, 62-33. The inbound slips through the hands of Phillips, but Duncan keeps possession with Fletcher on the right side. Fletcher with 13, trying to maybe run out the clock. Top of the key, Davis, she turns, tries to drive the elbow, gets cut off. They work it back out, dump it down to Root. Shot blocked by Ibarra on that little jumper, but Root gets it right back, and that's how we end the ball game as Duncan takes it 62-33, the final against the Boomers. Step aside for a break, come back with the post game, get you set for the boys as well as senior night activities coming up in between games. You're listening to Boomer Basketball, Z92, Boomer TV.
R5 in Woodward offers you the very best in custom embroidery, screen printing, and heat pressing. R5 can personalize anything from hats to hoodies, shirts to jackets, and much more, including all your Boomer gear. Visit the store at 817 Main Street in Woodward or call at 580-256-3579 to place your order today. For the past 58 years, Klein Mechanical has served Woodward and Northwest Oklahoma for all your residential or commercial needs, including plumbing, HVAC, electrical, and construction. One call does it all. Located at 1301 Main Street, or give them a call at 256-5014. Good luck, Boomers.
The thought of my sons growing up without me inspired me to quit smoking. I talked to my doctors, and then I threw away all my cigarettes, ashtrays, and lighters.
I started exercising instead of smoking.
Getting support from friends online kept me on track.
Staying away from alcohol when I was first quitting was key.
Instead of smoking after I ate, I'd get up and take a walk.
I missed having a cigarette in my hand, so I'd hold a pen or a straw, anything.
Until I knew I wouldn't give in to temptation, I spent more time with my friends who didn't smoke.
I went to places that were smoke-free.
I didn't stay quit the very first time I tried.
I kept on trying, and I learned something each time.
Do whatever it takes.
No matter how many times it takes.
I quit.
I quit.
I quit.
We did it, so can you.
You can quit. For free help, call 1-800-QUIT-NOW. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and CDC.
Hey, Dad, your prescription will be ready in just a minute. Hey, Dad, your laundry will be ready in just a minute. Dad, your lunch will be ready in just a minute.
Hey, honey, why don't you take a minute?
When you help care for a loved one, you give them as much time as you can. But it's just as important to take time for yourself. AARP can help. Find free care guides to support you and your loved one at aarp.org/caregiving. That's aarp.org/caregiving. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Back at Boomer Fieldhouse as the Duncan Lady Demons have taken it over Woodward tonight, 62-33. Let's look at the post-game stats for both teams. For Duncan, last time it was Mia Williams that terrorized the Boomers. Tonight it was Deja Givens. She had 19 points, led all scorers, 13 for Addie Cease, who had a strong start to the game. Those were the two Duncan players in double figures. Mia Williams was worth just 7 points tonight for Duncan. On the Boomer side, two scorers in double figures as Riley Moore grabs 13 points. Jocelyn Treese with 10. Lexi Mendel had 7. You got 2 from Kaylee Mills and 1 from Michelle Ibarra. Quarter scoring, Duncan took the first quarter 14-7, and the second quarter 20-7. The Boomers trailed 34-14 at the half. In the second half, it was Duncan 19-8 in the third quarter, and the Boomers actually won the fourth quarter 11-9. That's how we get to our 62-33 final. Dakota Duncan just a little bit too much tonight. Woodward, saw him run out Friday night in Duncan, but that's a tough team to slow down once they get rolling.
And Woodward just seems like they didn't play their normal ball. I don't know if it was just the missing of Briley Douglas Fisher and them trying to still figure out how to work the offense around, or what it could be, but it just didn't seem like the normal night for the Boomers. So hopefully we can clean it up and have a better showing on Tuesday.
Yeah, and look, you're against a highly ranked team, so Duncan's going to take advantage of any miscues, anything like that. And the Boomers are trying to still adjust, as you're mentioning, for missing Briley Douglas Fisher. So it's one of those games where you take a look back at the film and say, okay, this is a really good team. What they do to us, how can we correct it? And I'm sure Coach Moore and crew will work on that before Kingfisher Tuesday night, because that is another top-ranked opponent. Then you roll that right into Weatherford. I think the big thing for her girls is just say, hey, don't give up the faith, right? Continue to work, continue to improve, because once you get into regional, even if you're on the downside of the bracket, let's say you fall to Weatherford districts, it's not over. You still got a chance. So you got to continue to work, continue to grind those opportunities. And I think Coach Moore and crew will continue to do that as Boomers fall to 9-13 on the season for the girls' side. The boys upcoming against the Duncan Demons, as we can get into that real quick before we get to senior activities. We mentioned that earlier at the top of the broadcast. Duncan now 3-18 on the season. They did claim a win Tuesday night against Elk City, 45-42. The Boomers, though, last week were able to really dismantle them in Duncan, 56-39. Probably the best all-around defense performance we saw from Woodward this season. Carter Reed was big in that game with 14 points. Connor Sunderland also with 11, but we saw Gage Hutchins, Ethan Neal, a lot of guys underneath with 7, 8, 9 points. Dakota, it was a really good all-around performance last Friday night.
Well, that's what you need. You need those. It doesn't have to be 20 points for each guy. You can just have those small scores that lead up to those big points, and that's what the guys did in Duncan. You know, you still had a couple leading scores, but those guys behind you were helping carry some of the load, and that's what we're going to need here tonight. Is we're going to need full effort all 4 quarters, because Duncan's want to come in here and get a little bit of revenge here at home.
That they will try to do. Let's take a break real quick before we get to senior night festivities. You're listening to Boomer Basketball, Z92 and Boomer TV.
Life never stops moving. Between the 30-minute commutes, daycare pickups, and that weekend trip to Grandma's, you're racking up the miles. What you need is a tire that can keep up, like the exceptionally long-lasting Michelin Defender tire. With an 80,000-mile warranty and the safety you expect, you can lose track of the miles and focus on what really matters, the memories made along the way. Stop in today at 2220 Main in Woodward to see your local Michelin dealer, Pipe Lanes Tire.
Hey Lisa, how are you? It's been so long. Are you back for good? What's going on?
Hey, good to see you. Yes, I'm back for good. I'm just trying to get my life back together.
Well, I'm so happy that you're home. It looks like things are going well. I've been seeing those pics you post of you and your family at all those fun events. What gives?
Oh, VetTix. VetTix gives.
What's VetTix?
VetTix is an amazing charity that gives free event tickets, like concerts, sporting events, and shows, to currently serving military vets and their families, and to the immediate families of troops killed in action. It's a really nice organization.
That is so nice.
These events have helped me feel like myself again, and all these new happy memories my family and I are making are priceless.
We have extra tickets sometimes. Can I donate them?
Yes, it's easy. Just go to vettix.org. You can give your extra tickets, and other vets like me can sign up to get them.
Awesome. I love that idea. What a great way to give back. I'm so glad you told me about it, and it was amazing to see you. And listen, thank you for your service.
Parenting is hard. Technology can make it harder. The Family Media Plan developed by the American Academy of Pediatrics helps make it easier. Go to healthychildren.org/media plan to set the media priorities and create the media plan that's right for your family. Raising kids in the age of screens is easier when you have a plan. Go to healthychildren.org/media plan today. That's healthychildren.org/media plan.
And welcome back as senior night festivities underway. Let's quickly turn it over to PA announcer Troy Hartley. Excuse me.
Melanie Rosales. Melanie is the daughter of Carlos and Gloria Rosales. She has been cross country for 4 years and plans to attend the University of Central Oklahoma and major in nursing. If Melanie could give her precious self one piece of advice, it would be, your dad doesn't say things just to say them. Don't listen to his advice. He loves you. Ladies and gentlemen, Melanie Rosales. Zach Schneider. Zach is the son of Ryan and Michelle Schneider. He has been cross country for 1 year and plans on attending Oklahoma State University and majoring in computer engineering. If Zach could give express himself one piece of advice, it would be grades actually matter. Ladies and gentlemen, Zach Schneider. And now on to our choir senior, Katie Barnes. Katie is the daughter of Michael and Katie Barnes. She has been in choir for 6 years and plans on going to Southwestern Oklahoma State University to pursue a music education degree. If Katie could give her friend herself one piece of advice, it would be, listen to your mom and your best friend. They are always right about people. Ladies and gentlemen, Katie Barnes. Tiana Cates. Tiana is the daughter of Brandon and Whitney Cates. She has been in choir for 6 years and is thinking about teaching art. If Tiana could give her friend herself one piece of advice, it would be, do not let irresponsible people bring you down. You're better than that. Ladies and gentlemen, Tiana Cates. Madeline Trimble. If Madeline could give her friends one piece of advice, it would be, I'd rather paint the world bright than see in black and white. It's never too late to look up. Harold and Tuesday. Ladies and gentlemen, Madeline Trumbull. Up next, our senior girls basketball manager, Peyton Ruby. Peyton is the daughter of Gerald and Morgan Ruby. She has been managing girls basketball for 6 years and plans on attending Southwestern Oklahoma State University to study in veterinary medicine. If Peyton could give her fresh self one piece of advice, it would be always listen to Gracie. Ladies and gentlemen, Peyton Ruby. Gracie Thompson. Gracie is the daughter of Chad and Tina Thompson. She has been a basketball manager for 6 years and plans on attending the University of Central Oklahoma to study health and medicine. If Gracie could give her friends up one piece of advice, it would be never listen to Peyton. Ladies and gentlemen, Gracie Thompson. Up next, our senior girls basketball player, Alexis Ibarra. Alexis is the daughter of Juan and Maria Ibarra. She has been in basketball for 5 years and plans on attending the University of Oklahoma to become a nurse. If Alexis could give her freshman self one piece of advice, it would be don't procrastinate and get the work done. Ladies and gentlemen, Alexis Ibarra. Lily Luckett. Lily is the daughter of Brian and Katie Luckett and Stephen and Michelle Rogers. She has been in basketball for 13 years and plans on attending Southwestern Oklahoma State University to pursue a career in dental hygiene. If Lily could give her freshman self one piece of advice, it would be set out of your comfort zone and strive to be a positive role model for others. Ladies and gentlemen, Lily Luckett. She has been in basketball for 13 years and plans to go to college and major in pharmacy. If Jocelyn could give her freshman self one piece of advice, it would be don't wait until your senior year to get close with underclassmen. Ladies and gentlemen, Jocelyn Treat. Riley Moore. Riley is the daughter of Greg and Lacey Moore. She has been in basketball for 13 years and plans on attending Dodge City Community College to play softball and major in sports medicine. If Riley could give her freshman self one piece of advice, it would be don't slam the ball down in the middle of your game and get a technical foul because your mom, your coach, is going to scream at you through clenched teeth and it won't be nice words. Ladies and gentlemen, Riley Moore. And now the senior boys basketball manager, Haley Drew. Haley is the daughter of Leanne and Joe Adams. She was a basketball player for 10 years and has been a basketball manager for 1 year and plans on attending Northwestern Oklahoma State University. do it or you will wreck your car. Ladies and gentlemen, Haley Drew. Elizabeth Ortega. Elizabeth is the daughter of Angel and Sarah Ortega. She has been a basketball manager for 6 years and plans on attending the University of Central Oklahoma with her best friend, Melanie. If Elizabeth could give her impressions of one piece of advice, it would be friends with underclassmen sooner. Ladies and gentlemen, Elizabeth Ortega. And finally, our senior boys basketball player, Caleb Lucy. Caleb is the son of Ted and Elsa Lucy. He has been in basketball for 5 years and plans on attending Bible College in California. If Caleb could give expressions of one piece of advice, it would be the discourage of working on time. Ladies and gentlemen, Caleb Lucy. He has been in basketball for 12 years. If Ethan could give expressions of one piece of advice, it would be, don't wait until your senior year to take a bunch of AP classes. Ladies and gentlemen, Ethan Neal. Stay focused on your faith, and you'll be good. Ladies and gentlemen, Zane Boston. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a huge round of applause for the 2020 seniors.
And there was your senior night presentation as we honored 4 seniors on the girls' side: Alexis Barra, Jocelyn Treese, Riley Moore, and Lily Luckett as far as the players go. And on the boys' side, Ethan Neal, Caleb Luthi, and Zane Wasson, and had the managers as well as cross country honored as well tonight for senior night. With that, let's step aside for break and come back, get you ready for the boys matchup as Woodward takes on the Duncan Demons. Game 2 of the night. You're listening to Boomer Basketball, Z92, and Boomer TV.
The next disaster is coming. The time to get ready is now. Make a plan. Identify meetup locations and people you'll need to contact. Put your contact list in your wallet, on your phone, and somewhere visible in your home. Build a kit. Store enough food and water for 3 days. Don't forget your pets. And consider buying a pre-made kit. Keep at least 7 days of medication on hand. Work with your pharmacist and insurance company to secure the extra doses. Make copies of important documents. Keep them on your phone, in the cloud, or on a USB stick. Stay informed. Learn about local hazards. Take courses in CPR and first aid, and sign up for local alert systems. An early warning can give you the time you need to prepare for a fast-moving disaster. Be ready. Learn more at americares.org/send-us-in.
Sometimes I just cannot believe all the storms we've gone through here. I can only hope that we'll be able to leave this house to you one day, baby. You're our legacy.
Planning for these disasters will make sure we're safe, and is the best way to protect that legacy. You know what? We should make an emergency communication plan. That way we're ready this year. At my dorm, we have emergency kits for earthquakes and wildfires, but I'm sure there's something more local I can send you with a link.
Okay, smart.
Protect your legacy. Visit ready.gov/plan for the tools and tips you need to start your emergency preparedness plan today. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to Boomer Fieldhouse. Dakota Wagner, Tyler Riggs, as we are about ready for the boys to take on the Duncan Demons. We were talking, of course, Dakota, before the senior night festivities. Kind of Duncan's rundown, not necessarily the best record on the season, but as you had mentioned, Duncan looking to get revenge from last week when Woodward walked in and got the 56-39 win in Duncan, and Duncan is coming off a win against Elk City, a team that Woodward also beat both by the same margin, 3 points. So the boys of Woodward trying to bounce back from that game against Alva and Dakota. Man, they started that game on fire. We're at 15-4 at one point. Alva, though, fought their way back and really kind of ate up things on the glass. Aiden Rees had his career high with 23 points. What can the Boomers take from that game Tuesday night, apply it to tonight to make sure they're able to sweep Duncan on the season?
Well, anytime you come off a loss, Tyler, you know, it just sets the mood just for a negative vibe. And so I think your guys have, you know, they've watched film, they're going over the things that they did wrong, and they're going to take on this Duncan team. But, you know, Duncan's coming in here, and they're looking for revenge. And, you know, you take a look on the court, and you look at their size, and they have a lot of size.
Yeah, that is something we talked about Friday night in Duncan that jumps out to you with this team where, you know, you're talking multiple guys, 6'3" plus, 6'3", 6'4", 6'5", 6'6" in some instances. And, you know, what really gets them going, a guy like Zane Petty, the senior, the guard, big man down low that you got to watch out for, Jackson Kahn, the center senior at 6'5". But the guy that led them against the Boomers was Davian Carr, the junior guard, wound up with 9 points. But that was kind of the big takeaway, is that Woodward in that game, despite not having quite the size to match Duncan, dominated on the glass. And not only that, they held Duncan scores where they didn't have a double-digit score. Carr was the leading guy with 9 points. So what can the Boomers do to get that type of defensive performance again tonight?
Just kind of try to do exactly what you did at Duncan. I noticed that on film that our boys against this team, just the pace that they had was just so fast against Duncan. Duncan couldn't keep up with our boys going up and down the court. So that's something that I think we take advantage to, and something that we can just kind of hop right off the bat and get things going, is just trying to wear them out in the first quarter and just try to go that way.
Well, and, you know, the pace, some of you mentioned there, we saw that, I think, not only just in terms of the up and down the court, but something that was a focus going into that Duncan game last week was rebound. Okay, you know, that was kind of the big thing, and knowing that Duncan had that size, the boys did an excellent job, seemed like, throughout the night to get the right positions, to be able to box out this Duncan team. And we get back to the pace, because I think despite Duncan having the size, Dakota, dare I say, this Woodward team a bit more athletic maybe overall than Duncan.
Yeah, I would agree there. It's just, you know, our boys have a tendency to, it just seems like that word that you use, athletic, getting up and down the court, fighting for those extra rebounds, not being lazy, you know, just something that we do well. Duncan, you know, they have those athletes. They just, I don't feel like they know how to use it to their advantage.
Well, and I think that you look at these two teams, one thing that stood out to me and Chris last week was that the Boomers just played together a little bit better. You know, Duncan, under Coach Zach Knox for the first year, he was a girls' assistant last year, come over to the boys' side and be the head coach, and trying to get them to play together has kind of been, at times, a little bit of a tough struggle. And it's not that, you know, Duncan doesn't want to play together. It's just you got guys that are trying to figure out their role, you know, and you're decently deep in that sense, but there's still been some moving pieces for Duncan, so they're trying to be able to get that together. And we saw our boys kind of go through that this season, but have just maybe come together a little bit better than those Duncan team.
Yeah, it seems like our boys, they play basketball fundamentally better than Duncan does. And as you mentioned, Duncan's, you know, trying to figure out things. They don't have the best record. You know, that thing, not having a good record can affect the team, as it can, you know, just bring him down game after game if you can't get a win.
Yeah, but they are coming off that one, so they are trying to carry that momentum here tonight against the Boomers. With that all said, let's step aside for a final break of the pregame, and on the other side, we'll have the starting lineups and opening tip-off. You're listening to Boomer Basketball, Z92 and Boomer TV.
Hey, wouldn't it be great if life came with a remote control? You know, you could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind, like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest. Uh-oh. Or that time you forgot to roll up your windows in the car wash.
Fantastic.
Yeah, a remote control would have come in handy then. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Life doesn't come with a remote control. Yikes! So you're on your own with the wasps. You have the power to take control of prediabetes. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
Long time no see, buddy. How's it going? When did you get back?
Hey, good to see you. I've been home for almost a year, just trying to adjust and get back into the swing of things.
Well, it looks like you've been busy. I always see those pics you post of you and your family at all those events. What gives?
Oh, yeah, VetTix. VetTix gives.
What's VetTix?
VetTix is an awesome charity that gives free event tickets, you know, like concerts and sporting events and shows, to currently serving military and vets, including immediate family of troops killed in action. You wouldn't believe how these events have helped me adjust to being back. It's just like a good time that I could have with my family, and you know, all these new happy memories we're making are priceless.
And it's nice to know that people appreciate your service and your sacrifice.
Yeah, it is.
Listen, I've actually got extra tickets. Can I donate them?
Yeah, it's easy. Just go to vettix.org. It's a great site. You could give your extra tickets and other vets like me can sign up to get them.
Cool. I'm on it, buddy. Good to know you're back. And hey, thank you for your service.
Back on Z92 Boomer TV, as we are just a minute or so away from getting to the starting lineups between Woodward Boomers and the Duncan Demons. Woodward enters the game at 8-13 on the season. Duncan at 3-18 on the season. Boomers looking to sweep Duncan, be the week sweep, if you will, as they just played for the first time last week, trying to take back-to-back against them in the contest. As the Boomers imagine we'll start those seniors tonight. Might see, Dakota kind of hinted at earlier, might see Mr. Zane Wasson in the starting lineup. Duncan, check out their starting five. As I think last week they've had some sickness and things of that nature going on. We'll see if it does change at all here tonight. As Duncan will wear the road black uniforms, Boomers in the home white uniforms for the ball game. We now turn over to Troy Harley for the starting lineups. how about that for the starting lineups? We didn't think we'd see him tonight, but Caleb Luthi getting to suit up. That's awesome. Great to see him out there after the way the year started, but it's for the Boomers. Luthi, Neal, Reed, Price, and Watson. The 5 for Duncan, Cario, Emmel, Portmeyer, as well as Kahn and Petty. Boomers going right to left on the first half. Duncan going left to right. It's Zane Petty against Ethan Neal for the jump. 8 minutes on the clock as the Boomers win and control the tip. Connor Price dishes it right side. Luthi tees up the 3 right wing. Oh, it's high off the back iron. Rebound poked out of bounds by Carter Reed. Duncan gets the possession. Luthi will check out quickly as Connor Sutherland and Ben Cheap step in, the usual starters for Wasson as well as Luthi. Would have been probably the lid off this place had Caleb Luthi been able to hit that 3.
Oh yeah, no doubt about that.
So Duncan with their first possession, working left to right. Petty on the right, left wing drives, trying to get the paint, and a charge drawn by Connor Sunderland.
Mr. Charge.
I mean, there's a cold sub out there that say, hey, that's my title, actually.
Oh, yeah. You know, I wonder what the count is this year for charges, because he's taken
up there.
Quite a few.
He's done quite a few. As Boomers get back, still tied 0 all. 7:35 remaining first quarter on the high right wing. Neal takes the possession. They swing it to Price left side. Thinks about the 3. Doesn't take it. Baseline to Reed. Up top to Neal. Back over to Price in the left corner. Has to pump and kick up top to Neal. Lets man blow by him. Over to Cheat for the 3. It's short off the front iron. Rebound scooped up by Petty. As Duncan presses the other way. Working left to right. The sophomore Cario takes the handle across the timeline. Goes to Kahn, the big man, top of the key. Right side to Petty. Petty gets the free throw line double team. So they have to work it back out to Cario. 7 minutes in the first quarter. No score yet. Kahn inside. Lets man go by off the glass and puts it in. So the big man Jackson Kahn gets the first bucket of the ball game. Duncan with the 2-0 lead. Boomers work it the other way. Cheap left side. Dumping it into Sunderland. Sunderland pushed on the entry pass. Second foul for Duncan quickly. And it's Petty, his second. So he might have to sit. He's got an offensive foul and a defensive foul. Boomers inbound. Cheap beneath the left block. Out to Price for the 3. Nailed it. Connor Price straight away gets the first bucket for the Boomers. They lead 3-2. 6:35 left first quarter. Cario top key. Right corner. Petty for the answer. And that's strong. Off the rim. Off the glass. Scooped up by Price. Trying to zip it ahead to Sunderland. Pass is batted. And Duncan steals it back as Courtmeyer takes it. And the pass intended for Emmel, almost stolen away by Price, but he knocks out of bounds.
It's a good effort there, play by Connor Price.
Davian Carr checks in for Duncan for the 2 fouls of Petty. We'll also see Jeffrey Cross, the senior, step in. Mr. Hill sat out for Duncan. One other player did. Oh, it's Emmel. He was a little slow to get up, so he's out. Off the inbounds, Duncan working it around to Cross left side and to Kahn. Kahn no look shove behind himself to Cross, but Cross blows the bunny left side completely over the rim, and he jump ball. Possession arrow keeps it with Duncan. But boy, the Pep Club letting Cross hear it as he airballed the layup. 3-2, Boomers on top, 6:09 first quarter, but Duncan with the possession. Inbounds, goes to the big man Kahn, top of the key. They work it to Cario, behind him. Cario trying to size up Price. Almost loses the handle as Price swipes at him. Dish in the left corner. Corkmeyer for 3. It's off the side of the rim. Scooped up on the backside by Sunderland. Flips ahead to Price. Price left side to Neal. In the corner open for 3. That's too strong off the rim. Sunderland fight for the board. Who's got it? Carr does for Duncan, and then he's fouled in the open court. 5:45 in the first quarter. And they tag Carter Reed for his first foul. 1 foul for Woodward so far in the quarter. As Duncan trailing 3-2, they've got the possession. Carter across the timeline to Corkmeyer. Left elbow to Kahn on the baseline. Kahn, they work it around to Corkmeyer top key, trying to drive on Cheap. He's cut off. Hands off to Cross. Cross beside him to Cario top key. Cario looking to get into the paint. In between 4 Boomers. Finds Kahn. Kahn working on Sunderland. That leaner goes. Bit of a leaner for Kahn. He's got all 4 for Duncan. They lead 4-3. The other way, Reed up and under for the layup on the baseline. It's short off the side of the rim. Rebound scooped up by Cross, and Duncan pushes ahead with the lead. 5:05 left in the first quarter. Cario down into the paint, checked by Neal, has to back it out, and he traveled. Good defense by the Boomers to cut him off. So with 5:03 left first quarter, the Boomers get it back as Korkmeyer steps out. He gives way to Seth Downey, the junior, for Duncan. As it's Connor Price, slow dribble across the timeline, goes left wing to Cheap, gets a high screen from Neal. They work it back right side to Cheap, who roll off the screen. Finds Sunderland on the baseline, up top to Reed. Give and go between Reed and Neal. Reed, the little leaner left side, it's short off the side of the iron. Rebound scooped up by Kahn, and Duncan pushes ahead with a 4-3 lead. 4:35 first quarter. Demons have the possession, top of the key. Cario goes left side. Crosses pass, batted by Sunderland, but Cross gets it back. Floats in the right corner for three. That's too strong from Chris Coates. Coates pushes, the Boomers get the rebound. They push ahead to Cheap. Right block. Cheap batted at and fouled as Coates stepped in front of him. So it's not Seth Downey, but it's Chris Coates who's in the ball game. And that's who picks up the foul. So his first, Duncan's third of the quarter. Still 4-3 about halfway through. Boomers trailing by one. Off the inbounds, they go Neal top of the key. Reed left side and the paint to Sunderland. Trying to work on the big man. They swing it out to Cheap. Little give and go between him and Neal. Neal just gets bodied on the baseline, foul.
It's going to be the second personal foul there, I believe.
And sure enough it is. So Coates with back-to-back fouls within a minute. That's 4 on the Demons. They've got as many fouls as points, as Coates has to immediately step out and gives way to number 44. That is Caden Armstrong. He's on the inbounds. Cheap looking inside to Neal. Neal floats it up in front of the basket for the deuce. 5-4. Brewers on top. 4 minutes remaining first quarter. Top to key Cario, checked by Price. He's near the W on the dribble. Cario tries to get Armstrong in the paint, loses the handle of the pass, stolen away by Sunderland. Boomers look to push. Price down the right side, flips left wing to Cheap. Back up top to Price, Boomers reset. Didn't like the numbers. No, they find Sunderland wide open underneath. Goes up and over for layup. Armstrong challenged it, and it's poked back as Duncan gets the rebound. So Cario takes the handle for the Demons, cross the timeline. Boomers lead 5-4. Duncan with possession. Cario trying to size up Reed. Reed poked down, almost forced the turnover. 3:30 left first quarter. Cario takes the handle, goes around the top, gets the scoop layup off the glass left side through traffic. His first basket. Duncan on top, 6-5. Boomers the other way. Price kicks out to Cheap. They work it to Reed left side. On the baseline to Neal. Back to Reed in the corner for three. It's off the side of the rim, and the rebound skied forward by Carr. Duncan takes the possession. As Cario slows the pace, picked up by Reed at his own free throw line. Across the timeline, it's double team. Pass is bad, it's stolen away. Neal takes it. 2-on-1 to Reed. Reed for the open layup, gets it. How about it? And the Boomers pogo back on top, 7-6 with 2:52 remaining in the first quarter. And a timeout ticket, we'll take it with them. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92.
The thought of my sons growing up without me inspired me to quit smoking.
I talked to my doctors, and then I threw away all my cigarettes, ashtrays, and lighters.
I started exercising instead of smoking.
Staying away from alcohol when I was first quitting was key.
I kept on trying, learned something each time.
Do whatever it takes.
No matter how many times it takes.
We did it, so can you.
For free help, call 1-800-QUIT-NOW. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and CDC.
Z92. Dakota Wagner, Tyler Riggs with you as Woodward leads Duncan 7-6, 2:50 remaining first quarter. The Demons with the possession out of the timeout as Cario walks across the timeline, picked up by Price, high right wing. He goes to Armstrong. Armstrong just bodied up by Sunderland, and he travels with this. Connor Sunderland almost stole away the pass. So a turnover for Duncan out of the timeout. As Price takes the inbounds pass, goes right wing to Cheap. Working right to left are the Boomers in this half. They work back to Price, left side, open for three. It rattles out. Rebound underneath. Sunderland with the second chance, and he's fouled all the way up.
That's just smart basketball there by Sunderland, knowing he has the ball in his hands, going straight up with the contact and drawing it.
He mentioned straight up. Didn't bring it down, just pogoed it back up.
I mean, the second the ball was in his hands, just straight up with it. Smart basketball there.
Foul charge to Caden Armstrong, his first, 5th in the quarter for Duncan. So the Boomers in the bonus the rest of the quarter as Sunderland makes the first free throw. Boomers kind of unfortunately struggled with that Tuesday night against Alva. Second free throw, Sunderland splashes as well.
Gets both of them.
9-6, Boomers on the top, 2:29 left in the quarter as Cario has a little problem against the Boomer press in the back court. Gets up to Carr on the right side as he goes across the timeline trying to attack into the paint. And Connor Sunderland collides knees with Carr. Comes up a little shaken.
Seems like he'll walk it off though.
I think he will. His first, team second, as he stays out there. Near side inbounds for the Demons as Cross goes to Cario, back to Cross right side. Trying to drive on the left block, up and under for the layup. With a bit of a move was Gage Ingram, his first basket of the ball game. So Duncan makes it 9-8. Boomers still with the lead. They work it back. Price, right side. Tries to dump it left corner to Reed, and that's out of bounds. Reed says, my bad. There's a little miscommunication between the two. Gage Hutchins steps in for Connor Sunderland. So see his first time tonight.
Let's get some defense out there.
9-8, Boomers on top, but Duncan with possession. 2 minutes to go, first quarter. Cario across the timeline, high left wing. Trying to find Cross and just throws away the pass. Hutchins comes up with it. Zips it to Reed. It's batted though by Cross, stolen away by Cario. Duncan takes it right back into the paint. The Euro step and the whistle, the foul, the shot off the mark from Cario, but he stepped around a Boomer and drew the foul. And they get Carter Reed for his second.
Thought they were going to get Ethan Neal there on the wrist, but instead they get Carter Reed, as you mentioned.
And Reed will have to sit with his 2 fouls as Aaron Laredo pops off the bench. Free throw on the way for Cario, off the back iron. As Laredo does come in for Reed. So it's Price, Neal, Cheap, Hutchins, Laredo the 5. Boomers lead 9-8. Duncan looking to tie on the second free throw. 1:45 remaining first quarter. Cario, a few dribbles, spins the ball, dips and shoots. That one rattles out. Rebound collected by Neal. Boomers will push. Neal racing ahead, doesn't quite have the numbers. Tried to slow it up, got poked at from behind. It's a turnover as Ingram batted it to Kahn. Duncan back the other way. Cario top key, drives to the paint, blows by Neal. It's too strong. Carr on the second chance, swatted by Neal. The third chance by Kahn's off the mark as well. Neal comes away with the board, gets fouled. Heck of an effort in transition by Ethan Neal. And that foul charge to Ingram, his first, and that's the 6th foul for Duncan. Boomers are already in the bonus. Neal to the line for 2 shots.
I mean, not one swat, Tyler, but kind of gets 2 of them and gets
effective con shot, yeah.
Man.
First free throw for Neal is short as it goes off the front of the rim. So still 9-8, Boomers holding the slim 1-point advantage. Neal gets the ball for the second free throw, a dribble, dips and shoots. And that one, same as the first, off the front of the rim. Rebound collected by Kahn. Neal misses both. Duncan the other way, looking to take the lead. Emmel right side, gets bumped by Gage Hutchins, who is a little late to get back.
Yeah, and just kind of comes in the back, like you said, and gives him a little shove. Unfortunate there.
Nothing highly intentional by Hutchins, but it is a foul nonetheless. His first, team 4th of the quarter for the Boomers. Duncan trailing 9-8 with possession on the right wing. They try to get to Kahn, miscommunication, and Kahn can't grab it. A turnover for Duncan. As Woodward gets it back, trying to extend the 1-point advantage with 1:10 left in the first quarter. Price slowly across the timeline with the dribble, the yo-yo. Goes right side to Cheap. Cheap guarded by Carr. In the corner, Neal picked up by Kahn on the baseline to Hutchins. He's double teamed. They work it up top to Price. Thought about the 3 instead. Worked it around to Laredo. In the corner to Cheap. Back up Price. Left side for 3. That one ribs out as well. Rebound saved by Laredo, but he scooped it right to Ingram for Duncan. Pushes ahead to Cario. Cario into the paint. Spin move on Hutchins. Puts up the shot off the glass. It's well short. Collected by Neal. To Cheap. 2-on-1 the other way. Cheap. Pass Emmel. Gets the layup off the glass. Tough angle for Cheap, but he got it. His first basket of the night. Boomers lead 11-8. Emmel the other way. Right wing. Kicks out. Ingram for 3 left side. That banks off the glass. Not even close. Scooped up by Neal. For the Boomers, right side to Price. 15 seconds left in the half. Neal and Price playing catch right side. 10 seconds. Price still with it. They go in the paint to Hutchins. Hutchins' pass stolen away. It was intended for Laredo with 4 seconds. Cario the other way for Duncan with 3. He has to pull up at the buzzer, and that's off to the side of the rim into the first quarter. Boomers take an 11-8 lead after 1. We'll step aside. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92 and Boomer TV.
You tackle an endless to-do list every day. It may seem like a thankless job, but you know better. It's the little things that matter most. That's why you'll appreciate the enduring value of the Michelin Defender tire. Designed for doers like you, Michelin's longest-lasting tire keeps you on the go longer, so you have one less thing to worry about on your next road trip. Stop in today for miles of uncompromised safety and performance. Visit your local Michelin dealer, High Plains Tire, at 2220 Main in Woodward.
Climate change, vulnerable neighborhoods, threatened ecosystems. Our global challenges demand that we do better. And a tree can be an answer. Because a tree can be innovative. It can be unifying. It can be a home. That's why now is the time for trees. Lots of trees. Let's plant millions of trees together. Donate now at arborday.org.
Back at Boomer Fieldhouse as we begin the second quarter. Woodward on top 11-8 after 1, and with possession to start the second quarter. Cheap, a baseline leader that's off the backboard, no good. Rebound scooped up by Emil as Duncan pushes left to right. On the right side, Cario receives a pass, open for the 3, takes it. It's too strong. Neal collects the board in traffic, feeds ahead to Cheap, behind the back for Cheap. The easy layup. Oh, it's off the mark, but follows through with the second chance. Cheap with 4. He's trying to match Connor Sunderland from Alva Tuesday night. that little move. Duncan breaks the press the other way as Carr gets the wide open layup on the baseline. 4 points for him. 13-10, Boomers on top, just underway in the second quarter. 7-10 left to go. On the right side, Price gives to Neal, cross court left corner to Hutchins. That pass too high for Hutchins, out of bounds, back to Duncan. So it remains 13-10. As Cario takes the dribble, walks it slowly up to the timeline. We'll see Connor Price. Goes right side to Petty. Pays pass stolen away by Hutchins all by himself for the layup. And it's in. Gage Hutchins read that the entire way. That's his first basket.
He's just too quick.
Too quick. 15-10. Brewers on top. 6:40 left in the half. Cario double team top of the key. Petty left corner takes a pass for 3. It's an air ball and a whistle underneath as Hutchins tried to grab the rebound and he got pushed. So Jackson Kahn picks up his first. Team first of the quarter for Duncan. Boomers take it back. 6:35 remain in the half. They lead 15-10. Price across the timeline to Hutchins left wing. We're swinging back around to Laredo right side. He takes the 3 that rattles in.
He didn't.
He did. Laredo with his first basket of the ball game. 18-10, Boomers on top. Duncan the other way on the right side to Petty, trying to drive, gets cut off by 2 Boomers. They work it out to Emil, excuse me. Emerald into the paint, goes for the floater that's off the back iron but falls in. So Emil gets his first basket of the night. Duncan cuts it back to a 6-point ball game, 18-12. Boomers the other way, Price top of the key, bounces it to Hutchins left side in the corner, Laredo. Swing it back out to Price to reset, 5:45 left in the half. Price on the right side goes on the corner to Cheap, finds Neal near the elbow. Down low to Laredo, and traffic has to float one up, and it rounds around, falls.
You talk about some handwork there.
As Laredo with 5 points, Brewers make it 20-12, 5:30 left in the half. As Petty in the deep right corner finds Carr for a little floater, and he's fouled all the way up in the paint. Let's see who they tag for the Boomers. They get Laredo. Had too much hands. Carr at the line for 2 shots. He had 9 last time, already has 4 today. First free throw goes in. 20-13, but we're still on top. 5:25 left in the first half. Carr for the second free throw, a couple dribbles, spins it, and puts it up off the high back iron, and that falls. So he makes both. He's got 6. Boomers still lead by 6, 20-14, as Price topped the key the other way. They swing it left corner to Neal. Neal cross court right side to Price. Price double team, has to work it back out. Laredo takes the handle, feeds back to Price in the corner. His pass intended for Neal, batted, stolen away by Carr. It's a 2-on-1 the other way. Carr in the paint over Neal, off the glass and in. Carr with 8 first half points, and Duncan has cut it to a 4-point deficit, 20-16. Boomers the other way, left wing Neal, triple team. In the corner, Hutchins, his pass batted almost into the upper level by Mason Immel. So 4:52 left in the half. Boomers lead 20-16 as they have the possession after the batted pass by Duncan. Hutchins triggers beneath the left block, tries to go to Laredo. It's over his head, it's loose. Cario picks up 2-on-1 the other way, feeds over to Carr. Carr for the layup again. He's got 10, and Duncan's made a 2-point ball game. Price across the timeline for the Boomers, top of the key, picked up by Petty. Goes left wing to Neal. Neal checked by Carr. They're working to Sunderland. He's double teamed, now cuts into the paint. Nice feed down to Neal for the layup left side. Neal with the bucket. It's got 4, 22-18. Boomers find a little space again. Duncan the other way. Immel right side trying to drive baseline cut off. Gives it to the big man Kahn on the block. They work it up top to Cario. He's double teamed by Price and Hutchins. Then traffic and trouble. Ball's loose. It's still loose. Finally picked up by the Boomers. Price pushes ahead into the paint. Gets checked up. Oh, got knocked down. No call. They called a steal as Immel comes away with it. Feeds to Carr atop the key. Carr gets a screen in the paint. Now he's trapped up. Throws off the foot of his own teammate. And it's out of bounds back to the Boomers.
It's good defensive pressure there by the Boomers.
As they'll get it back, leading 22-18, 3:57 left in the half. Price walks it across the timeline with the pound of the dribble, goes left wing to Neal. Neal picked up by Carr, waits for a screen, gets it from Laredo. They work it over to Price right side. In the corner, Laredo takes it. Baseline Hutchins, nice feed back to Laredo for the floater, rims around and rolls in.
Talk about creativity.
Laredo with 7 first half points. Boomers again take a 6-point lead, 24-18. 3:30 remaining in the half. Backside, Petty wide open on the baseline. Boomers lost him. Gets the easy layup on the feed from Immel. It's first basket tonight. Boomers back the other way, working right to left in the half. Price, top of the key. Goes left corner to Neal. Thought about it. Instead feeds to Hutchins. Hutchins in traffic, loses the handle. Petty scoops it up for Duncan. Throws ahead to Cario. Cario across the timeline, 3-on-3. Hop steps into the paint, tries to feed it down to Carr. Carr off the glass for a layup. Davian Carr with 12 in this half of the Duncan 22. Boomers again only lead by 2. 2:50 to go in the half. Price top the key. Goes to Neal right side. Duncan in the zone. Left side to Hutchins. Cross court right corner to Price. They work to Laredo. Again, right wing for 3. It splashes.
He did it.
Aaron Laredo with 10 first half points for the sophomore. Boomers make it 27-22 as Duncan double teamed his Petty in the right corner. Throws it down to Carr. He loses the handle on the baseline. Boomers get it right back. Caden Armstrong checks to the ball game for Jackson Kahn. Price on the inbounds from Ethan Neal. Takes the handle for the Boomers. They lead by 5, trying to extend it again. Left wing Neal gets the screen, goes to Price high right wing. Price feeding Laredo in the corner, working on Armstrong. Price takes the pass, looking for Neal, cutting into the paint, but it's too far out of bounds. A turnover for Woodward. Duncan gets it back, trailing by 5, 27-22. Cario walks it up to the timeline. We'll see Connor Price. Goes right side to Immel, double team as he finds Petty top the key. Laredo all over him. Petty in traffic, just heaves one up. It's off the front of the rim, scooped up by Price for the Boomers. Price racing ahead, 4-on-3, kicks in the left corner, Neal. Left wing, Laredo pumps, let Carr blows by him, splits the double team into the paint, but a shot blocked. And the Boomers' last touches, Connor Sunderland couldn't haul in the rebound. So it's a possession back to Duncan. It's the Boomers lead 27-22. At 50 to go in the half. Cario for the Demons. Goes to the timeline with the walk. Gets double team. As soon as he crosses, goes to Immel right side. Immel pressed, has to find Petty top of the key. They work it to Carr, left corner. Driving on Hutchins on the baseline. Carr just powers it up and in. Carr with 14 in this half. Boomers the other way. Price, a quick heave of a right wing three. That's off the mark. Rebound fought for, and they say a push underneath as Caden Armstrong flew in for the rebound. They get Ethan Neal. Oh, excuse me, Connor Sunderland. He pushed Armstrong into Neal.
Yeah, he was kind of in disbelief there as he didn't think he shoved.
That's only the first for Sunderland, or excuse me, second of the quarter for the Boomers as well. Duncan the other way with it, trailing by 3. Can tie or cut it to 1. Left wing, Immel turns, drives, kicks out to Petty, top the key. He angles in, loses off his foot. Boomers scoop it up. Price pushes ahead, traffic to Hutchins. Hutchins in the paint, the floater over Carr, it rolls in.
Beautiful.
Hutchins with 4. Boomers push back to 5, 29-24. 55 seconds remaining in the half. Duncan finds Immel, left wing for 3. That pops out, rebound underneath, fought for. Carr gets the second chance, and he pokes it in. 16 points for Davion Carr in this half. Boomers the other way. Hutchins open, left corner for 3 with the answer. Gage Hutchins with 7.
How about it?
The Boomers back up by 6, 32-26. Down to 30 seconds in the half. Top of the key, Cario with it for the Demons. Gets the screen from Armstrong, passes it to him. It gets tipped to Immel, and Duncan works it back up top to Cario, almost stolen from Hutchins. As inside they find Immel, and now they say 3 in the lane by Duncan. That's a turnover. As Ben Cheap checks in for Connor Sunderland. Boomers have the 32-26 lead, 21 seconds remaining in the first half.
Think they'll hold for a last second shot here, Tyler?
We'll see. See, in these situations before, they haven't been afraid to push it. As Price slows it up at the timeline, pounds the dribble, top of the key. Works to the right side, goes cross court in the corner to Cheap. Hands off to Hutchins. Hutchins, the runner, the floater. It's too strong. Rebound underneath by Neal. He pushes it over. Carr off the glass and in. And that's how we end the first half as the Boomers take a 34-26 lead into the break. We'll step aside, come back for the halftime show. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92 and Boomer TV.
Life never stops moving. Between the 30-minute commutes, daycare pickups, and that weekend trip to Grandma's, you're racking up the miles. What you need is a tire that can keep up, like the exceptionally long-lasting Michelin Defender tire. With an 80,000-mile warranty and the safety you expect, you can lose track of the miles and focus on what really matters, the memories made along the way. Stop in today at 2220 Main in Woodward to see your local Michelin dealer, Pipe Lanes Tire.
What is your healing power? Maybe your healing power is helping veterans with PTSD, traumatic brain injuries, depression, anxiety, or loneliness. Is your healing power a simple, heartfelt letter or being a volunteer? It is estimated that over 500,000 current warfighters will return from service diagnosed with PTSD, and 22 veterans will commit suicide every day. Our veterans have paid the ultimate sacrifice for our country. At healvets.org, you can find out more about the healing power of pen pals, volunteers, therapy kits, and more. Discover your healing power at healvets.org. Help Heal Veterans, together with you, has been helping one recovering veteran at a time. We are helping veterans heal together. What is your healing power? To find out about your power, visit healvets.org. This PSA is sponsored by Help Heal Veterans.
Those headaches and stomach aches your child gets may be migraine. 10% of children and 28% of adolescents have migraine disease. Migraine at School can help. Learn more at migraineatschool.org. As a parent, I know how migraine impacts my daughter's ability to learn. Every child deserves the chance to flourish in school. Visit migraineatschool.org. Sponsored by the Coalition for Headache and Migraine Patients.
At Boomer Fieldhouse at the half. Woodward on top 34-26 over the Duncan Demons. Let's take a look at the halftime stats for both teams. For Woodward, leading the way, Aaron Laredo off the bench, the sophomore with 10 points. Got 6 for Ethan Neal, 4 for Ben Cheap, 7 for Gage Hutchins, a couple for Connor Sunderland, 3 for Connor Price, and 2 for Carter Reed. for Duncan. Really, the story has been Davion Carr. He led the Demons in the last matchup a week ago with 9 points. He's blown by that in this first half. It was 16 for Duncan in that half. Other than that, not really much doing. Jackson Conn with 4 points, and a few players with 2 apiece for Duncan. And it's Haley Drew doing the shoot for loot tonight, presented by Hutchins, as she was one of the seniors, 100 in between games.
Boys basketball manager and a cheerleader.
On the right wing for 3, took it, oh, couldn't get it to stick, as it was just off the back iron. Didn't look bad. Didn't look bad.
Good shot.
So tough. And then we'll have another senior attempt.
I believe it'll be maybe it's a boy and a girl, I believe. Maybe not.
I don't know. I don't know how they've changed a little bit.
Because it used to be just one, I believe.
Right. So. Okay. So she'll still, I think, win $25.
Yep, $25 Hutchins gift card.
There you go. So didn't quite get the 500, but still gets 25. Congrats to Haley for being the senior to shoot for loot. Couldn't quite get it, though. Boomers lead 34-26 at the half. And Dakota, we just went over those first half stats. I mean, what stood out to you for the Boomers in that half?
Just being aggressive. In that first half, Duncan was kind of really testing the Boomers early, trying to be them with just be with the Boomers every step of the way. Duncan did a really good job on second chance points in the paint, as they're just able to, to get rebound after rebound and put shot up. But the Boomers did a good job answering those, going down the court, putting shots back up, and getting that about 2 minutes before the end of the second quarter. The Boomers kind of went on a little bit of a run there offensively and defensively, getting stops and transitioning those stops into points. And they have an 8-point lead right now.
Yeah, well, you mentioned that little stretch right before the half. Definitely important for the Boomers because Duncan a couple times late in that quarter, that second quarter, was able to cut it to 2. They have shown that they are not afraid of the Boomers. You mentioned Davion Carr exploding for 16 points in the Duncan 26. How the Boomers stop him? He's been really getting to where he wants to go at the rim. He's taking it off the dribble, and they found him on some backside opportunities as well.
As sketchy as it's going to sound, you're going to have to double team him, and that's going to leave another guy open on the court. I know it's going to be a little bit risky, but it's something you might have to do just to slow him down, maybe try to lay off the guy that's maybe not so experienced on the court. That may be your best option.
Well, and I think Duncan only hit 1 3 in that first half, quite a few of them wayward, so maybe you just say, hey, if you're going to fire it, you're going to have to beat us from the 3-point line. Just tried to shut down Mr. Carr. With that said, Woodward on top 34-26 at the break over the Duncan Demons. Let's step aside. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92 and Boomer TV.
Need to pay the babysitter, but don't have enough cash? Use Zelle, located in the Bank 7 mobility app, to send money from your account to someone else's within minutes. With an email address or phone number, you can directly pay anyone you trust. Zelle is fast, safe, and free. Visit bank7.com for more details. Data rates and transfer limits may apply. Member FDIC.
Attention Expo Farm Expo exhibitors. Booth space is now available. It's the K101 Z92 Home and Agribusiness Trade Show, and it's coming to the Woodward County Event Center and Fairgrounds April 5th, 6th, and 7th. Now in our 40th year, this show features 2 exhibitor buildings plus outdoor exhibitor space and will host an extensive variety of agriculture and farm equipment. Also, home improvement ideas, clothing, communication, and entertainment products, ATVs, lawn and garden, new and used automobiles, plus arts and crafts and great food vendors. Thousands annually rely on Expo Farm Expo to see a wide variety and selection of products and services that only a show of this size can offer. Booth space is now available by calling 580-256-4101. That's 580-256-4101. Don't miss out. Reserve your space today for the Tri-State's largest spring home and farm show and be part of Expo Farm Expo 2024. Coming to the Woodward County Fairgrounds Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, April 5th, 6th, and 7th. It's food, folks, and fun with K101.
Hey, wouldn't it be great if life came with a remote control? You know, you could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind, like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest.
Uh-oh.
Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. To learn your risk, take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Back on Z92 Boomer TV, Dakota Wagner, Tyler Riggs with you as we are about set to begin the second half between the Boomers and the Duncan Demons. Let's thank some great sponsors while we have the chance. It's High Plains Tire, gold sponsor of the Boomer Coaches Show, Top Cat Formal Wear and Accessories, Great Plains National Bank, Divine Stationery, Klein Mechanical, Northwest Glass, R5 Custom Embroidery, and Long Shots Bar and Grill, who is our Coaches Show host. Cannot do it without them. Dakota, other than the boys trying to stay aggressive, trying to play smart, what else are you looking for them to do in the second half to secure the season sweep on the Demons?
I'm just hoping they keep the same pace that they had going into the first half. It was just a fast-paced game, just up and down the court, back and forth. I don't want these guys to lose that because in the second half of last week's game, we kind of saw Duncan fall apart a little bit, and I'm kind of curious to see if it's going to go back to the same as last week. But if we keep this pace up and keep going strong, we come out here with the W tonight on senior night.
That's what the boys are searching for as everybody gets back to their bench. And we'll see how we roll with the 5 to start the second half for the Boomers. Didn't really have any huge foul trouble in that half for Woodward, as Carter Reed had a couple. Other than that, that was really it. Also had Connor Sunderland with a couple, but that's not too bad heading into the second half. 5 for Woodward, Connor Price, Carter Reed, Ben Cheat, Ethan Neal, and Connor Sunderland, the usual 5. And Duncan answers with their starters plus Davion Carr. So it's Con, Cario, Carr, Immel, as well as Petty and Duncan. Begins the second half with possession. They work right to left in front of us. Boomers work left to right in this half. And Cario takes across the timeline for the Demons. He's instantly double teamed by Price and Reed. They zip it down to Carr, and Carr is pushed on the baseline by Connor Sunderland.
It's going to be his third personal, I believe.
It is. So see if he comes and sits or not. As beneath left block, Cario looks to trigger for Duncan. He throws away. It's a miscommunication intended for Immel, and it's out of bounds back to the Boomers. So the Boomers generate the turnover on Duncan's first possession of the second half. 7:50 left third quarter. Woodward on top 34-26. Could extend the lead to double digits for the first time tonight should they come up with a basket. As Price, top the key, gets the double high screen. Rolls around, hands off to Cheat on the wing. Over to Neal right side. Dumps it to Sunderland. A little give and go. Neal tried to find Sunderland on the extra pass. Instead, stolen away by Duncan as Carr pushes ahead to Petty. Petty in the paint. Swatted by Neal, but his second chance. And the follow through falls in. This is Zane Petty with 4 points. 34-28. Boomers still on top. Reed quickly the other way. Driving baseline in the corner to Cheap. In the paint to Sunderland. And they say a foul underneath as Sunderland received the pass. And they get Jackson Kahn, the big man. It's his second. Team first of the quarter. Boomers still have it. 7:20 left third quarter. They lead 34-28. Price beneath the right block. Throws into Reed. Right side. On the wing. Reed sees the double team. Bounces over to Cheap left wing. Thinks about the three instead. Dumps it to Price underneath on the block. Up top to Reed. Right wing. Price open for the three. That rattles out. Rebound fought for underneath. Picked up by Immel of the Demons. His pass was thrown away by Reed as he was double teamed. Drives. And we've got a whistle and an offensive foul underneath on the Boomers. And they get Connor Sunderland trying to close out the lane. And that's number 4. He has to go to the bench as Gage Hutchins steps in. Unfortunate for Sunderland. It was going to be an open layup for Reed. As Duncan the other way. High top the key. Cario dumps in the corner to Petty. They work it eventually left side to Emmel. Drives baseline, double team, passes the paint. That is stolen away by Reed. 2-on-1 the other way. Reed, Euro step past Cario, off the glass for the layup.
That's the signature right there.
4 points for Carter Reed. Played Hutchins, who was on the right side, was faking the pass. Duncan back the other way. Petty drives baseline, passing the paint on Carr. Carr powers over 2 Boomers, and it falls in. He's got 18. Keeping Duncan alive, 36-30. Boomers the other way. Hutchins drives right side on the baseline with the answer.
What a finish.
Tough one. Had to angle the body. 38-30. Boomers on top. Full court press is on. Pass at half court. Batted. Then Cheap comes up with it. Finds Connor Price on the backside for the layup.
Little fake out there and a timeout.
And the Boomers, just like that, have pushed it to a 10-point advantage with 6:05 remaining third quarter. We got a timeout. We'll take it with them. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92 and Boomer TV.
This is the story of a very special woman.
Oh, crap.
In a matter of seconds, she turned herself into a great mathematician or an entrepreneur. Her knowledge was limitless and still is. She could also make monsters disappear, especially those that lurked in the shadows under the bed. Once, this woman put back together a teenage girl's broken heart, which had been shattered in 1,000 pieces, just by giving her a bear hug. She masqueraded as a regular person at work, but as a superhero at home. Everyone knows her as Gabriella. I still call her Mom.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need to help, complete with tips and resources at aarp.org/caregiving. A public service announcement brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Quickly back to action at Boomer Fieldhouse as Duncan out of the timeout with the possession. They broke the press in a crazy way as they had to save the ball on the deep end, and a Davian Carr trying to drive out of the chaos gets fouled on the way up by Ethan Neal. Just Neal's first of the ball game, but Carr to the free throw line for 2 shots. Looking to crack 20 on the night. He's got 18 of the 30 so far for the Demons. Boomers lead though, 40-30. First free throw for Carr was good. 5:58 remains, third quarter. As Carr receives the ball for a second free throw, few dribbles, spins the ball, dips and shoots. That one nothing but net as well. Davian Carr with 20 points for Duncan. Boomers the other way, up 40-32, working left right in the SAF. Price top of the key, they swing in the corner to Cheap. Dump it down to Neal on the block, and a foul on the floor committed by Duncan as Neal was going to turn for an easy layup. They get Zane Petty, his third, second of the quarter for Duncan. As Boomers on the inbounds, up top to Price. He sits the offense at the W, left side to Reed. Reed looking, trying to find Cheap, does top of the key. Back over to Reed, no pass batted by Carr, but Price pokes it away, gets it back himself. His floater off the mark. Neal with the second chance rolls out as well, and an offensive foul on the loose ball by the Boomers. And Neal collects his second. He was frustrated he missed, he followed through. So it remains 40-32. Duncan trailing by 8. They get the possession. Boomers with the press. Scario takes the inbounds pass from Emmel, and they try to zip it ahead to Carr, and it's over his head, out of bounds. So an unforced error by Duncan results in another turnover. So Boomers get right back. Connor Price jogs it up the court, straight away, across the timeline. Finds Reed right side. He'll pull up just below the three-point line for the jumper. That's high off the back iron. Rebound collected by Petty. Trying to feed it ahead to Carr. One-on-one with Price underneath. Carr rolls it around and in. 22 points for Davian Carr tonight. 40-34. Boomers still on top. Top key Price has it. Looks over to Cheap right side. Cheap double teamed immediately. Has dribble work with. Isn't using it yet. Finds Hutchins in the corner. As they go back up top. To Price, left side. Duncan still working the zone, 2-3. Top key to Price, picked up by Carr. They go left side to Carter, or to Reed, excuse me, on the baseline to Hutchins. Hutchins pass batted out of bounds by Duncan, who was trying to find Ben Cheap on the right block. 4:39 left in the third quarter. Boomers with a 40-34 lead. And the possession. Price beneath the right block. Goes into Cheap in the corner. They work it back to Price left side. Dumps it to Neal. One-on-one with Petty on the block. He swatted from behind. Emil got a piece of it. Duncan with the board. They flip it at the Carr. One-on-one with Reed. Reed affecting the shot. Carr misses it, but a save by Duncan on the inbounds. And oh, they get Ethan Neal on the loose ball for the foul. He's beside himself. Got to be careful. And that's number 3 on Neal, all in this quarter. Oh no, they get Connor Price. Okay, ooh. Smart by Connor Price to say, hey, it's on me. It was a 5th foul in the quarter for the Boomers. That means Petty at the line for 2 shots. So Price with his first foul. Neal does remain at 2. Petty first free throw splashes home. 40-35, Boomers leading by 5. And now we got a whistle, a timeout taken by Coach Kayla Gaines. And we'll keep it right here, just a 30. And Dakota again, Duncan just finding a way to chip back into this ball game. They're down by 10, but they're not going away tonight, it seems like.
No, it seems like after, a couple of fouls were committed by the Boomers, we've lost a little bit of hope, and they've started to go on a little bit of a run here. We lost a little bit of our confidence. We got to get this back here, and hopefully we can get something going on this next possession.
I don't know if it's as much as Woodward's lost confidence as just simply Duncan's fight. I mean, they are battling. They're not. I think in that game against Duncan on the road, Boomers found that point where Duncan kind of broke a little bit, right? And it looked like Woodward was on the way to doing that to begin the second half. Got up by 10, but Duncan and Davion Carr more so just keep finding a way. Carr has been special tonight for the Demons with 22 points of their 35. Out of the timeout, Zane Petty setting up for his second free throw for the Demons. Could cut it to a 4-point lead for Woodward, should he make it. Couple dribbles, dips, and shoots. That one rows around, falls in. So Petty with 6. Boomers come back the other way, leading 40-36. Price top the key, goes to Reed, left side, in the corner to Hutchins. Back to Reed on the give and go on the baseline. Hands off to Cheap on the right block. Back out to Reed in the corner, and this time they find Cheap on the right block. Boomers swing it. They don't like the look as Hutchins zips into Reed inside the paint. A high floater somehow gets it over Petty. It bounces out, but Petty fouls him on the way up.
That'll be his 4th foul.
And that is the case. His 4th, 3rd of the quarter for Duncan, and Carter Reed at the line for 2 shots. With 4 points so far in the game, looking to add to it. Give the Boomers a little bit more breathing room again. Bounces the first free throw, puts it up, prowls around, it falls in.
Petty's going to have to go take a seat. Tyler, he only has 6 points, but he has been a defensive problem tonight.
Yeah, and he's got that size. You're looking at a guy that is, we mentioned just 6'3", but he's got those long, long arms to match that 6'3" frame. Second free throw for Reed, bounces out as Kahn takes the board for Duncan. 41-36, Boomers on top, but Duncan with possession, 3:55 remaining in third quarter. Emil gets out of a double team across the timeline, feeds it to Coots. Coots throws away a pass, get cut off on the baseline, but Emil collects. They work it to Cario in the right corner, splashes the 3. Carson Cario with the big 3, and Duncan finds an answer as they've cut it to a 2-point game. Boomers out of the way, up and under for Reed on the baseline. First one doesn't fall, second one he's fouled all the way up. So Carter Reed back to the line after splitting the pair the last time. 41-39, Boomers looking to find space yet again. As Coots gets his 3rd foul. He's only played a few minutes, but he's racked up some fouls in this game. Reed at the line with 5 points. Dribbles, dips, and shoots the first free throw. Too strong off the back iron.
This is when we need to make some of our free throw attempts.
Reed will have a second chance at it. Couple dribbles, dips and shoots the second free throw. That one, nothing but net. So 42-39, Boomers on top by 3. Duncan takes it, facing a full court press by the Boomers as Cario with the handle. Sees Hutchins. They flip ahead to Carr. It's a 2-on-1. Carr attacking Neal. Neal straight up gets the block. Carr was looking for a foul, didn't get it. Boomers the rebound. Ahead to Hutchins. Hutchins loses the handle of the paint, and he turns it over. Emil scoops it up for Duncan. So he races across the timeline right side. Gets in the corner, and then he just dribbles it off his foot. So a bit of a sloppy sequence for both teams. Results in Boomer ball with 3:07 left in the third quarter. They're on top 42-39. Neal pushes the inbound into Price, who will walk it up the court. Now with the jog across the timeline, left side to Reed. Trying to direct traffic. Reed instead attacks the paint, gets through traffic, the flip of the layup, rolls out, but the rebound and a foul on the backside. Are they getting?
No, they're going to get Kahn, I believe.
No, they got Ethan Neal.
Oh,
that is his third. Unfortunate. So Neal this time will sit as Aaron Laredo steps in.
Kahn thought it was on him as he went to the bench, and now he hops right back up.
As Armstrong will go in, and that was, again, Boomers well into the bonus, so it's free throws for Kahn. That's why he has to stay in. Armstrong most likely will sub him out. Kahn's to the line with 4 points, could cut the deficit back to 1 for Duncan. First free throw on the way, that's in there. 5 points for Jackson Kahn. As the second free throw coming, spins the ball, collects himself, couple dribbles, third and a fourth, dips and shoots. Second free throw, rims out, rebound fought for. Reed comes up with it, no, stolen away by Kahn, who pokes it off the glass. So he turns into a three-point play. We're tied up at 42. Boomers the other way, top the key to Price. Left wing to Reed, trying to drive baseline. Sees some pressure, finds Hutchins in the corner. Hutchins, top the key to Price, straight away for three. It's high off the back iron, rebound tipped up by Reed, doesn't go in. Finally stolen away by Laredo. He puts it up over Kahn. It just dribbles out, taken by Hutchins underneath, and a foul. Oh, they say a travel. Oh my goodness. Hutchins traveled because he got knocked over on the loose ball. Unfortunate for the Boomers, as the crowd not pleased. Kahn finally steps out and gives away to Caden Armstrong for Duncan, as Duncan facing full court press. Cheap bats a pass, finds Hutchins on the backside for the layup.
They say the ball doesn't lie.
11 points for Gage Hutchins off the bench. Boomers lead 42-44, and a whistle and a timeout by Coach Zach Knox, as he wants to talk about it. It's a full one, 2:17 to go in the third quarter. We'll step aside with him. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92 and Boomer TV.
1 in 4 people have a disability. I'm one of them. I'm also an actor and advocate for disability inclusion across all aspects of life. The disability community is passionate, strong, powerful. We have so much to offer and deserve to be included in society. We've got a trusted ally by our side. Easter Seals is delivering services, advocacy, and local supports that elevate the communities for everyone. That's my Easter Seals. Make it yours. EasterSeals.com.
Back on Boomer TV, Z92, Dakota Wagner and Tyler Riggs with you, as out of the timeout, Duncan has the possession, trailing 44-42 to the Boomers. As Woodward has pressed Duncan, has tried to get him off rhythm in the second half, but Duncan keeps finding a way to stay in it. See how the Demons approach it out of the timeout. Inbounds far side, deep corner. Beside the Boomer bench, Emmel will have to throw it in. As he finds Petty on the inbounds, back to Emmel. Facing the double team at his own free throw line, throws ahead to Coots. Coots lets it go through his hands, and then Carr finds it, tries to find Coots in the paint. Coots said, oh, it's not for me, and it goes away from him, out of bounds.
See how these Boomers approach these next 2 minutes.
Looking to close the quarter strong. Price top of the key, goes left side to Laredo. In the corner, Reed. Reed picked up by Emmel. Feeds up to Cheap. Cheap resetting the offense, right side to Price. Minute 50 left in the third quarter. Price with the dribble, goes right side to Reed. Duncan still in the zone. Finds Laredo left side. He's stripped away, stolen by Carr. Carr pushes ahead for Duncan, 2-on-2. Through traffic with the step-through layup. Davian Carr with 24, and we're all squared away again. 44 all. Top key for Reed. Left corner to Cheap. He's looking to pass, finds Reed outside the block. He's double teamed on the baseline, finds Laredo in the right corner. Back over to Reed, up top to Price. Gives it right back to Reed, looking to size up Armstrong, drives into the paint, going through traffic, takes a hard bump. Shots off the mark, but Carter Reed draws the foul and the free throws. Savvy move by the junior. And that's the 4th foul on Chris Goots. And now Duncan has put Woodward into the bonus, as that's their 5th team foul of the quarter. Boomers in the bonus for the last 112. First free throw for Reed, breaks the tie as he makes it 45-44. Boomers on top, Coots checks out, and we see Korkmeyer back into the ball game. Been a while since he's been out there. Second free throw coming for Reed. Sits his feet, takes a dribble, tips and shoots it. That one pops out off the back iron, rebound taken by Immel as Cheap couldn't get it away from him. Immel in the backcourt double team, throws it to Cario, that's loose on the baseline. Cario still trying to get it up, and he walked and traveled. Boy, how about this defense from the Boomers? Despite, not being able to get a rebound here or there, they still turn it into great defense the other way.
They're closing out this third quarter strong.
Still a slim 1-point lead, 45-44, minute 2 left in the frame. Price takes the inbounds high left wing, goes to Reed, top the key, dumps down to Laredo in traffic. He's double teamed. Carr steals away. No, it's stolen back by Price as he flips it to Reed. Reed poked out by Carr, has to get across the timeline. Reed dribbling, kicks in the corner. Price open for the 3, takes it. Nothing but net for Connor Price. He's got 8. Boomers push it to 4, 48-44. 35 seconds to the quarter. Immel double teamed in the backcourt, throws it to Korkmeyer, and his pass too strong for Carr. It's a turnover back to Woodward.
Man, this place is getting electric right now.
Feel that energy rising for sure. As Price takes it off the inbounds. A slow walk with 28 seconds to go in the quarter. Directing traffic as he's at the Woodward W. Goes left side to Cheap. Cheap guarded tightly by Korkmeyer. Top key to Reed. They work to Price. 17 seconds right side. Price with the dribble, feeds Laredo, 14. Over in the left wing to Reed, 11 seconds. Up top to Cheap with 9. To Laredo, right side with 7. To Cheap, left wing in the corner. Price with 4, looking to find a shot. Drives, kicks, top to key. Cheap at the buzzer in the corner, nailed it! Ben Cheap splashes it to end the quarter, and the Boomers, just like that, make it 51-44 heading into the final frame. We'll step aside. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92.
Girls and boys in poverty around the world are dreaming of a better life, filled with dance, art, music, and knowledge. They dream of a brighter future with enough nutritious food to eat, a chance to learn and grow, to get an education, escape poverty, and do incredible things. Today, thanks to Children International and friends like you, such dreams are coming true. Together, we give children a chance to set their sights high and succeed in school and in life by ensuring that they have access to healthcare, education, life skills, and so much more so they can grow, thrive, and believe in themselves. Learn more about Children International and join us in our life-changing work at children.org today. Together, we can help end poverty for good.
Boomer Basketball, Z92, Boomer TV. Dakota Wagner, Tyler Riggs with you as we enter the fourth quarter. Woodward with a quick run. It was tied at 44 in the last minute. They go on the 7-0 run to push it to 51-44 advantage. Start the frame. Boomers with possession, working left to right. On the right side, Cheat goes in the corner to Price. They work it up top to Hutchins. Tries to zip it inside to Laredo. Gets it there, but he's double team. Works it out to Carter Reed, left corner. Dumps it down to Laredo on the baseline. Pops it up. Gets it to go and one for the Boomers. An awkward shot falls for Laredo.
12 points, Tyler.
The sophomore having today. And the Boomers, should they make the free throw, all of a sudden would have pushed it to 10. Caden Armstrong picks up his second foul. Jackson Kahn steps in for him on the Duncan side.
You know, we asked the question, how the Boomers going to close out the last 2 minutes. They do it strong, and now they continue to push here at the start of the fourth quarter.
Pedal is to the middle. 7:41 left in the ball game. Free throw for Laredo, splashes. He's got 13. The Boomers quickly lead by 10, 54-44. Presses on the backcourt, almost near steal. It's on the ground. Who's got it? Kortmeyer fighting for it, and Price rips it away. Kicks left side, Reed, driving baseline on Kahn. Oh, swatted by Emily, just takes it out of the hands of Reed. And Emily the other way, pushing the left side for Duncan. In the corner, Kortmeyer, double team, finds Kahn cutting in the paint, and Cheap just lets him have it. Big man with 9, makes it 54-46. Price for the Boomers, top of the key, picked up by Emil. Goes in the corner to Hutchins, back to Price, wide open the paint, floats it over Carr, but it's too strong off the rim. Rebound scooped up by Emil. As Duncan will take it right back. Cario has the handle. Down the left side, left wing. Gets a high screen from Carr. Goes around the top of it. Feeds to Emil right side. They find Kahn on the elbow, trying to drive into traffic. Kicks out to Carr. Carr into the paint. Leaner over Laredo. It's too strong off the rim. Rebound, though. Gets to Carr as he drives left side, bumping on Laredo. Tries to pass back to Emil. Stolen away by Cheap. They're on two the other way. Down to Hutchins. To Reed for the nice feed and the score.
Ball movement.
9 points for Carter Reed. Boomers lead by 10 again. 56-46. 6:25 left in the ball game. Duncan breaks the press. Kahn finds Emil flying in for the layup. Mason Emil off the glass with 4 points.
Now we're trading baskets.
That we are. Price trying to zip it down to Hutchins. Pass batted and stolen by Duncan as they'll slow the pace. Emil takes the handle. Hands off to Cario. Cario meekly jogs it across the timeline. Top of the key, gets a high screen from Kahn. Thinks about the three, now launches off the dribble. That's too strong. Off the back iron, rebound scooped up by Cheap. Boomers press ahead. Cheap slows it down. Kicks in the quarter. Carter Reed trying to drive after the pump fake. In the paint, lets man blow by. Lets Kahn blow by, but then Carr swats it into the stands. The Boomers keep possession.
Got to give credit to Carter Reed there, you know, taking his time there on that shot. Even though it got blocked, he was still looking.
Yeah, Carr just made a great play to fly over. As Carter Reed inbounds in front of the Boomer bench, far side. Gets out to Laredo, top of the key. Trying to find Reed on the inbounds. They do. They get to Hutchins on the extra pass for the layup.
The creativity continues.
58-48, Boomers up by 10. Petty drives the other way for Duncan. Takes a hard fall on the right side. And then we got a technical, but on who?
They're going to call it on Duncan because Carter Reed went to go help him up. He said, no thank you, waved Carter Reed off. And that's when the ref came in with the technical because the sportsmanship.
Yep. So Reed, for Woodward, picks up the foul on the drive, but Petty picks up the foul for Duncan. If I'm not mistaken, that's his 5th, but he's got to shoot free throws. So how they approach this, will he have a different shooter on the free throws? Because he is set to shoot free throws. He was fouled on the shot. So somebody else has to step in to shoot free throws for him. And that's Kortmeyer off the bench. We'll see if he's the one that shoots the free throws or Carr. As the Boomers will have technical free throws, and Kortmeyer does shoot the foul shots for Duncan. Boomers lead 58-48, 5:35 remaining in the ball game. Kortmeyer on the free throws. First one off the back iron. Remains a 10-point ball game. Kortmeyer stepping up for the second free throw. That one rounds around and falls in. So he splits the pair. He gets his first point of the ball game. Now the Boomers have 2 technical free throws to shoot after Petty with the tech. Ben Cheap steps to the line. So he's got 7. 5:35 left in the ball game. Boomers lead 58-49. Cheap trying to extend the lead back to 10 for Woodward. Collects the first free throw. That's off the back iron. Still with 7, still a 9-point ball game. Cheap collects for the second free throw. A couple dribbles, a third, a fourth. Dips and shoots. That one just rims out. So he misses both techs. He's not happy. But the Boomers get the possession anyways. As Carter Reed on the near side will trigger to Aaron Laredo. Top of the key. They work it to Price. In the corner to Hutchins, back to Price up hop. Duncan has not broken the zone. Price top the key, checked by Courtmeyer. Trying to direct traffic on the dribble is Price, throwing it over the bench cheap, and it's too strong. Out of bounds, a little miscommunication between Price and Cheap. A turnover for the Boomers. 5:20 left in the ballgame off the inbounds. Almost a steal as Cross comes up with it for Duncan on the inbounds. Gets it to Cario, top the key, and then he travels. Sophomore's feet got ahead of the ball. Coach Knox not happy.
Yeah, Boomers sketching another break.
So Woodward gets it right back. 5:10 to go in the ballgame. Holding on to the 9-point lead, trying to push it to double digits yet again on the right wing. Reed challenging on Courtmeyer, up and under, floater in the paint. Just dribbles out, but he draws the foul all the way up. Carter Reed really cutting into the paint well tonight. And they get Courtmeyer his first, team third of the quarter. Carter Reed to the line for 2 free throws, could get to double digits with a made free throw. Also pushed the Boomers back into the double-digit lead. Dips for the first one, splashes home. Carter Reed with 10 points. And the Boomers up by 10, 59-49 as Jeffrey Cross steps out, gives way to Chris Coots, who's playing with 4 fouls and no points. Second free throw for Reed. That one rims out to the left. Picked up by Carr for Duncan. Pushes ahead to Cario. He loses a handle on the pass back as they work in the corner to Coots for the Demons. On the elbow to Armstrong. Muscles his way in on Hutchins and floats it up from the basket. Tough angle. Got to fall. Armstrong with his first basket makes it 59-51. Boomers still on top by 8. Price on the right side. Hands off to Cheap. Finds a cutting to Laredo, who gets clotheslined by Coots. Not intentionally, but that is Coots' 5th foul. He's out.
You know, something I've started to notice is Duncan is, starting to fall apart just a little bit by little bit.
As that's the 4th foul in the quarter for Duncan. Mentioned Coots fouls out, no points. Emmel steps in. Ethan Neal comes in for the Boomers. He's been playing with a little foul trouble. As Laredo comes out with his 12 points. Boomers get the possession. They warp it around to Hutchins. Back to Price on the right corner for 3. It leaks out left side. Sunderland with the second chance foul all the way up from the Boomers. So Connor Sunderland works hard underneath, draws the foul, goes to the line for 2 shots. And that's number 3 on Caden Armstrong. And that's 5th in the quarter for Duncan. So the Boomers with free throws the rest of the way on defense fouls. First free throw for Sunderland goes out. Remains 59-51. Second free throw, he nails it. Splits the pair, he's got 3. Boomers lead by 9, 60-51. Duncan on the inbounds, Emmel trying to break the press. Floats head to Courtmeyer, he loses control of the pass. Picked up by Reed. Reed the other way for the Boomers on the right wing. Turns, drives to the paint, kicks out. Price left corner for 3, rattles in. Connor Price with 11.
He's on fire.
The Boomers have made it a 64-51 advantage. As back the other way is Duncan. Armstrong loses the handle momentarily in the paint. His floater off the front of the rim, but the rebound gets poked to Cario. He drives through 3 defenders and pushes it off the glass for the basket. Boomers still lead by 11, 64-53, 3:55 to go in the ball game. In the right corner, Neal takes the pass from Reed. Goes baseline to Hutchins for the Boomers. Work it up top Price to reset the offense. Price trying to walk it over to Reed. Hands it to him on the left side. Checked by Courtmeyer. Now Reed drives, angles at the paint, hop steps, let 2 Duncan defenders blow by him, pushes it off the glass, smooth by Carter Reed. He's got 12. Boomers lead again, 66-53 off the full court press. They force another steal tip, pushed ahead to Reed. He put it down on the dunk. Carter Reed flushes one. The Boomer bench goes crazy, and a timeout. Oh, now we got officials wanted to talk about it. Thought it was gonna be a timeout by Duncan, but the officials are talking about things. Okay, it is a timeout taken by Duncan. Boomers lead 68-53, 3:17 left in the ball game. Not sure what the discussion was by the officials. The Boomers, though, getting hype. We'll keep it here on the timeout. Dakota, wow, This run by Woodward in the second half has been on it, as currently winning go back to the last quarter, the third quarter, winning at 26-14 over that 8-minute stretch to go back to about midway through the third quarter to now.
And it just seems like the Boomers have just kept that same pace, that same drive, and it's, you know, continued in them to be able to get some steals. Now you see in this quarter a lot of deflecting passes through the defensive end, and Boomers just get back on offense. They're creating those points.
Boomers have generated a lot of those easy points in this quarter. As you mentioned, they're winning the fourth quarter 20-9. So really doing an excellent job of making sure that they close this game out. As they went on a flurry to end the third quarter to push themselves ahead 51-44. From that point, they've only extended the lead now by 15, 68-53 out of the timeout with 3:17 remaining in the ball game. Duncan with the possession as Immel triggers on the baseline beneath the block. Moves to the left side, looking for Carr. Hands up, Reed bats it, but Cario picks it up for Duncan. Gets in the paint, the leaner, the fade. It pops out. Rebound collected by Sunderland for the Boomers. Flips head to Neal. Neal in traffic to Hutchins. On the right block, has to stop. Kick it back out to Neal. Right wing for three. Nothing but net. It was pure. Ethan Neal with 9. And the Boomers are pouring it on. 71-53. Back the other way for Duncan. And Immel steps out of bounds in front of his own bench. And it's just all crashing down. Duncan can't keep a hold of it. He's been forced to turnovers. We see Zane Watson come up. Coach Gaines takes a quick timeout. She's going to get the senior in real quick.
It's just for Zane.
Just for Zane to get the big man in. Another quick 30 for Coach Gaines. Has some hugs going around. Boomers lead by 18. Just under 3 minutes to go in the quarter. We're hearing some "We Want Zane" chants.
Oh, yes, we are. Those are "We Want Zane." Zane Wasson.
Mentioned 29-8 run for the Boomers now in the last 8 minutes. The last 3, it's 15-5. In the last minute, it's been a 7-0 run. It's stringing it together in the baskets. Out of the timeout, we do see Zane Wasson step in. Connor Sunderland goes to the bench, and the senior in the ball game.
And they still got the chance going.
I think they might want him to try to get basket. We'll see if he can get it. So the 5, Price, Reed, Neal, Hutchins, and Wasson. As Price on the inbounds, gives it over left side to Reed. They dump it into Wasson, one-on-one with Kahn, trying to work around, pass it to Hutchins, as it's bad turnover by Cario, or collected by Cario on the turnover, so he feeds back to Immel. Duncan ahead with Kahn on the left side, the big man, driving into the paint, dumps down to Carr. Carr trying to float over Reed, he's fouled all the way up.
They're gonna get Ethan Neal on that one. That's gonna be his 4th personal.
And that is number 4 for Neal, as you mentioned. And Davian Carr to the line for 2 free throws with 24 points. Gotta give him credit tonight. He really kept Duncan in it for most of this game. Before the Boomers exploded in this 3rd and 4th quarter. First free throw for Carr, splashes home. So he's got 25 of the 54 for Duncan. Setting up for the second free throw, a few dribbles, spins it, dips, and shoots. That one rattles home as well. David Carr with 26 tonight. Boomers back the other way, Connor Price, top of the key, goes to Reed, left side, on the wing. Trying to find Wasson, inside, one-on-one with Carr on the block. Wasson turns, puts it up, off the glass, he got it! Powered it over Jackson Kahn. Wasson with the bucket. He's got 2, 77-55. Boomers on top, but Duncan back the other way. Left side, Cario goes in the right corner to Immel. Immel with slow dribble, feeds back to Cario, pass bad, stolen away by Price, floats it ahead to Hutchins. Hutchins all by himself, puts it off the glass, looking for Reed on the dunk, couldn't find it, but Wasson with the board. Wasson in the paint, gets it stolen away from him by Cario. Duncan the other way. Cario driving, that's off the glass, left side. Carr on the backside, cleans it up, puts it up, doesn't get the shot to fall, but gets fouled. And Davian Carr to the line for 2 more free throws. And that's Ethan Neal. He's frustrated. He's out of there with 9 points tonight. So he fouls out with 5, or with his 5th foul. As Neal will have to go to the bench. As Laredo comes in. So Laredo takes out in. Laredo has 13 of his own tonight. Him and Hutchins, the leaders for the Boomers, as well as Carter Reed with 14. He got 4 in double figures. As the free throws for Carr. First one all the way. It's too strong off the back iron. These might be tech free throws. I didn't see a tech, Dakota, but everybody's acting as if it's technical free throws. This might be 4 straight for Carr.
Yeah, I had a couple of fans not too happy about a call earlier. Didn't see what it was, but Boomer crowd not too happy.
They did get number 5 on deal, so I'm assuming it was a tech. As Carr misses his 2 free throws that he earned for drawing the foul. Now Cario steps to the line to shoot the techs. So we've had a tech for each team in this ball games. Free throw on the way for Cario goes in. He's got 6. As Jackson Kahn comes out, Brant Stocking steps in for Duncan. Cario teeing up for the second free throw. Puts that one up and it rolls in as well. So he's got 7. 73-57. Boomers on top. 1:45 remaining in the ball game as Connor Price steps out. Jake Graff comes in. And Luthi about to give it.
Well, I don't know if you heard it, but during that whole entire time, they were saying, we want Luthi.
All right, Duncan on the inbound after the tech free throws. Working top the key to Cario. Cario sizing up Hutchins. Goes to Stocking, right side. Stocking guarded by Laredo. Dumps down to Carr on the baseline, and Carr dribbles it off his foot. Guarded by Zane Wasson.
He said, no, sir.
And Luthi checks in for the Boomers. Caleb Luthi, the senior. Amazing sight to see after, early season. We thought not going to get to play again this season. And to see him suit up tonight, awesome. Awesome stuff.
And he wants the ball.
As Gage Hutchins stepped out, yep, Luthi gets it. May not be able to move too well, but he's going to try to get that 3 look. As they feed back to Carter Reed. Luthi had it for a moment. Reed tries to feed back to Luthi. It's tipped, stolen away by Carr. Carr pushes ahead, stolen away by Laredo. No, Cario comes up with it. Dumps it down to Stocking. Stocking in the paint, has to throw it out to Cross and throws it away.
Good defense there by Caleb Luthi.
Just in the paint. You can tell, maybe not quite 100%, but he's definitely at least able to move enough out there.
He's running, but I don't know if he's supposed to be.
Right. On the right side, Luthi gets it, gets the high screen. Graff sits it. Stolen away as Duncan kind of sandwiched Luthi, unfortunately. As they push ahead, as Cross tries to go with the layup. And he's fouled all the way up.
Jake Graff thought he got away clean with that one.
Yeah, Graff gets the foul.
We're going to see another fan favorite hop in here. He's not a senior, though. His name's J.D. Calderon.
J.D. Calderon. Getting ready to come in the ball game for the Boomers. First free throw for Cross.
Now we're getting some J.D. chance in here.
Laredo steps out. J.D. steps in. As Cross sitting up for the second free throw, missed the first. And that second one splashes home. So Cross with the point. Makes it 73-58. Boomers still on top. 43 seconds left in the ball game. On the drive, Reed all the way into the paint, puts it off the glass.
Making a statement.
He's got 16. Lead scorer again against Duncan. Duncan the other way. Elmo right side takes the 3 in the corner. That rattles in. So Elmo with an answer. As he's got 7. 75-61 Boomers on top. Reed finds Luthi, high left wing. They double team the man. 18 seconds. Calderon right side, dumps into Wasson, working on Immel, back to Calderon on the cut, gets it in!
Oh my God!
J.D. Calderon gets it to roll in, nice little give and go between him and Wasson. The other way for Duncan, 2 seconds down to Carr at the buzzer, and he nails it underneath. Carr finishes with 28, but the Boomers take the 77-63 senior night win on the boys' side. Let's step aside for break, come back with the post game, and put the wrap on this one for you. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92 and Boomer TV.
tackle an endless to-do list every day. It may seem like a thankless job, but you know better. It's the little things that matter most. That's why you'll appreciate the enduring value of the Michelin Defender tire. Designed for doers like you, Michelin's longest-lasting tire keeps you on the go longer, so you have one less thing to worry about on your next road trip. Stop in today for miles of uncompromised safety and performance. Visit your local Michelin dealer, High Plains Tire, at 2220 Main in Woodward.
For more than 20 years, Northwest Glass has served Northwest Oklahoma with all their glass and door needs, including vehicle and equipment, windshield replacements and chip repairs, rekeying locks, and window and door repairs and installations. Call 256-4324 or stop by 611 Texas Avenue for all your glass and door needs. Good luck, Boomers.
Our connections make powerful things happen, uniting individuals and communities. We are Rotary. We are people of action. And together, we turn great ideas into reality by accessing our networks, our experience, and the best of ourselves to make a difference. Around the world, Rotary brings leaders together to build new friendships and to solve problems. Like in Austria, where generations work side by side to build sustainable housing and community centers. In India, volunteers run a mobile blood bank to help provide a steady blood supply for their local community. And in Taiwan, people are working hard to get vulnerable citizens the support and services they need. With over 1 million members, we know what people can do when they come together. Take action with us. Find out more at rotary.org/action.
We are the Veterans Health Administration, and our hands provide life-changing care to over 9 million veterans across more than 1,200 facilities nationwide. Join hands with us to make an impact in your community. Learn more at vacareers.va.gov.
Back on Z92, Boomer TV, Dakota Wagner, Tyler Riggs with you as the boys take it 77-63 over the Duncan Demons. Let's take a look at the post-game stats for both squads. For Woodward, leading their way, it was Carter Reed with 16 points. Also in double figures, Aaron Laredo, Gage Hutchins with 13 apiece, 11 for Connor Price, 9 for Ethan Neal, had 7 for Ben Cheat, 4 for Connor Sunderland, 2 for Zane Wasson, as well as J.D. Calderon for the Boomers. On the Duncan side of things, Davian Carr, heck of an effort in the loss with 28 points for the Demons, was a problem all night long. No other Demon in double figure. The closest, Jackson Kahn with 9, and then 7 apiece for Mason Immel and Carson Carrio leading the way for Duncan. But Dakota, we're just hoping the Boomers were able to turn it up in the second half, similar to what they did last Friday against the Demons, and boy, did they.
Yeah, and it was a kind of a close game the last 3 minutes there into the second quarter. Boomers really kind of finished that one strong, and then into the third quarter, they hopped it out, and they just kind of started firing and made a whole bunch of baskets, got the lead, and never looked back. It was a good effort.
They had that flurry we talked about at the end of the third quarter where it was tied for a minute, and then by the end of the third quarter, you look up, they're ahead by 7. And to your point, after that, it was on. So great job by the Boomers to close it seemingly in each quarter tonight, and especially that second half. That's what you want to see for Coach Gaines' crew. The boys now match the girls' record at 9-13, so both squads sitting at 9-13, heading into their final regular season game Tuesday night against Kingfisher. That is here at Boomer Fieldhouse. That'll be the next time we catch up with Woodward. After that, we head to Weatherford, 4 districts to begin the playoffs. That'll be 6 and 7:30 next Friday. That'd be the 22nd, I believe, and then, the 16th. And then you go into regionals after that, the 22nd, that following Thursday. Depending on the results, the Boomers can play in a range of games. They can play at 6 and 7:30, or play at 1 and 2:30, depending on the results of districts. And of course, that'd be either against Manford or Cushing. We know that. So either way there. But with that said, again, the Boomers split games tonight. The girls fell earlier 62-33. The boys take the win 77-63. Do want to thank some great sponsors real quick before we get out of here. High Plains Tire Gold sponsor of the Boomer Coaches Show, Top Cat Formal Wear and Accessories, Divine Stationery, Klein Mechanical, Northwest Glass, Great Plains National Bank, R5 Custom Embroidery, and Long Shots Bar and Grill is our Coaches Show host cannot do it without them. And tomorrow, across K101 and Z92, do want to remind you, we will have the district championship games in Sealing on K101 tomorrow night. That's at 6 and 7:30. Find out who takes the district crown for that district hosted by Sealing. And on Z92, we'll have Bedlam basketball on the men's side as Oklahoma State faces Oklahoma and Norman. You can catch the feed of that game from Dave Hunziker and the crew, the OSU broadcast here on Z92. That'll be at 6 o'clock tomorrow night. So listening to some Road to the Big House coverage on K101. You can also keep up with Bedlam across our stations. So very, very good times ahead. And, of course, as I mentioned, Tuesday will be our last regular season Boomer broadcast against Kingfisher, and we'll dive into regionals on the Road to the Big House as well as district for the Boomers by the weekend. Do want to thank everybody for tuning in, whether you did so on Boomer TV or on Z92 tonight. And, of course, want to thank the man, Rance Bay, back in the studio doing an excellent job, as always, for production. Got to thank Chris Godwin and Kurt Province, as well as Kyler and Maddox for Boomer TV, always helping out. Folks, have a great rest of your weekend. We will catch you tomorrow night on K101 for some Road to Big House coverage, or Tuesday night on Z92 for Boomer basketball. Have a good night.
You've been listening.